All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to episode 9. Can you believe we've done 9 of these? Episode 9 of the Whiskey 6. Thank you all for being here tonight. Thanks for joining us. We got a great show looking forward to tonight. Our guests are going to be 21090, Todd and Andy. Should be an amazing time. A couple of things before we get started. If you are just joining us for the first time, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode or an update. We do a live stream once a month. It's the 5 of us: Bourbon School, Bourbon Note, Whiskey Wars, Bourbon Drop, and Bad Axe Bourbon. And then we always have a very special guest, and it always is a great time. And tonight we're going to be tasting some amazing whiskey from 21090's picks. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss an episode. We do it once a month, and we want you to join us for everyone. So without further ado, let's start bringing the crew in here. We'll start with, I don't have a producer tonight, so I'm doing this all on my own. So we're going to start with Myron. Myron, what is up?
What's going on? What's going on, Bourbon family?
How you doing this week, Myron? You doing good?
Oh, doing good, man. Doing good. Just life is life, nothing major happened. I mean, just
right.
A couple boring days at work, but that's it.
Yep, there's something to be said for that, for some boring days. Yeah. I'll say that.
Yeah.
You pouring anything to warm up, or are you just going to go right into it?
I was thinking about pouring some of this Two Soul Spirits, that double barrel pumpernickel rye, since one of the picks is going to be a rye pick tonight. Just to, comes in at 126.7. So that'll definitely warm me up.
Right on. Yeah, that'll do it. All right, awesome. All right, so who should we bring in next? Let's go with, we got to save him for second to last. Let's go with Ben. Ben, what is up?
What's happening, fellas? Good to see you guys.
Good to see you. How you doing this week?
Good. Doing really good.
Awesome. You warming up with anything, or are you just going to go right into it?
I'm prepping. I got a little shot glass here. I'm not over here taking shots, but I kept the Glens for the sample bottles. But I'm just sipping on a little low-proof, 90-proof Buffalo Trace, nice. Just to kind of prep the palate a little bit, but not. I don't want to influence it too much because I'm super excited about these samples.
Very, very nice. All right, that's a good standard, nice warm-up pour. I'm going to go with some Benchmark single barrel. So that's going to be my warm-up pour. All right.
I like it.
Let's see. Let's go with, from Mash and Metal and Whiskey Wars, Sean in the house. What is up, Sean?
Cheers, people. How we doing?
Sean.
Yeah, happy to be here. I already have some poured. Cannot wait to get into it. Yeah, excited. It's gonna be a good night.
So, are we gonna? We should let it get some air, because everybody knows the neck pour and letting your bourbon and rye air out is the thing, right, Ben?
Yes.
Are we gonna do the rye first? Like, I'm gonna put a little in glass and.
Yeah, absolutely not.
I am. I'm gonna put a little in the glass to let it get some air, Ben. How about that? Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Yeah, I'm not.
I mean, you can let it get air, but who knows? What if the neck pour is in the sample thing? Then what do we do?
Then
what
screwed.
Kind of science and witchcraft do we implement?
Where's your science now, people? Where is your science now? All right.
That's what I'm talking about.
All right, let's bring in the man with the hardware, the man himself, Bad Axe Bobby. Bobby, what is up?
What's going on, people? Let's get started.
Oh, Bobby.
Woo! Yeah! Oh, man, that felt good. It's been a long day, people.
All right.
You're getting it all out. You're
That's
purging all those feelings now. Get all the feels
chips
out.
everywhere. I love it. Oh, it's all over the
Nice.
computer. Shit. I'm warming up with this guy right here.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna big screen you.
Staying in the Corbin Cash family there, yeah.
Yep, that's all Corbin
Never
Cash
mind.
today, people. I got my pick over here. I got a 1917. That's it.
Nice. You are. Let's just say it right now. As much as Lauren and I are Old Forester simps, you are a Corbin Cash simp.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
It's okay.
Guilty as charged. Yeah, we'll allow it. Yeah, look at this guy. Awesome. You definitely have the proximity. Good for you, man. It's like right up the road, right?
Yeah, it's an hour.
That's beautiful.
It's an hour from here. hour from here. It's great.
Nice. All right.
Not complaining at all.
No, I wouldn't either. Yeah, my closest distillery is Southern Tier, and it's just okay. So. All right, let's welcome our guests from 21090. We have Todd and Andy. Welcome to the Whiskey Six, guys.
I like the applause. I don't know how you follow Bobby with an axe, but we're here. What's up, guys? We're really honored to be on the show, and can't wait to just drink some whiskey with you guys and just have fun.
Yeah,
that's right. What's happening?
Well, to have you.
Yeah, this is great. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We are thrilled to have you here.
Does this make us a Whiskey 7? Just
it's true.
No, well, yeah.
Right, it is. Yeah.
Here you go.
Technically, you're throwing us off with the Whiskey 7.
And Todd, thank you.
Sorry.
And Todd, thank you so much for sending samples out to everybody so we could all try it.
Well, the funny thing is, I used my new labor maker for you guys. You like the I usually.
They were great. Yeah.
I was wondering why this shit was spelled wrong.
Oh, wait a minute. Can you?
I'm going to solo this.
Look at
this.
That.
This is Dave Vogelsang level labeling right here.
So Dave told me exactly what he uses, and I got the same thing.
Very nice. Very nice.
That's the
I appreciate. Yeah, we definitely. Hold on. How do I get out of here now, guys?
Just being you.
Everyone can look at you. You know what I mean?
I'm not the producer. The producer's helping my son with homework right now, so I can't. I don't have a producer, so it might be a little rough. We really do appreciate you guys. So we were doing a planning stream last Wednesday with Todd, and he was pouring our Corbin Cash rye samples.
Yep.
And then I saw him keep grabbing the bourbon bottle and looking at the bourbon bottle, and
we got left of it.
Pull the trigger, Todd. Pull the trigger, and he went ahead and he sent us samples of the bourbon as well.
If I held back a 150 proof 8-year Corbin Cash bourbon that no one else has had before, so I had to give it to you guys. I mean, Bobby knows what it is. So Bobby has tried both of these picks. He helped actually pick them. So he was out there with Andy.
Yeah,
when we went out there. So Bobby was part of all these picks. His face is on the sticker for this bourbon.
Nice.
Bobby, a debt of gratitude to, because he really helped us with this as well. In fact, Bobby's the first person that kind of, like everybody else, I think, gave us the amazingness that is Corbin Cash. Well, indirectly to Sean. Yeah. He gave it to Sean, and Sean gave it to us. Yeah. So we have you guys to thank for tipping us off to David Souza and Corbin Cash.
I'm just glad they're getting the props they deserve, because it's hard for us, and literally I said this before, it's because of us they're getting bigger faster, because we're spreading the word about them. We are, and there's a few channels that have had picks now. It's been great, and you, Andy, Todd, too. It's well deserved. Great down to earth family, hardworking, cool people, and they have a great product. It makes it so easy to pump this stuff up.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, it's tough to have both, right? Because we know there's a lot of great people making whiskey. That doesn't mean all the whiskey is great. And I'm never going to bash anyone for putting blood, sweat, and tears into something. Yeah,
for sure.
Right.
But there's also people who probably make great whiskey that you just they're not your people, right? To have both, to have a killer product and just good people behind it is a rarity.
People for product.
I would say people before product, because I think you buy people first, and then if the product, it's just a double whammy. And David was good people. Like, I mean, the fact that he opened up his place, and I mean, the story behind this, it's actually kind of interesting. If you look at the label here, there's a new technology where if you tap your label, if you get the bottles, it pulls up a
show them.
Yeah, it pulls up. You guys can look at that, but it pulls up a story, basically. It tells you the bottle, it tells you where it was cracked, when it was cracked, and then we get to customize. So there's a video that when David was sitting right here at the bar with us when he flew across from California, we cut a video where we talked about the actual bottle itself.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. There's pictures below of our time out there, which is really cool that they were able to put on there.
A testimonial.
A testimonial of like my trip out there, meeting Bobby and David. I mean, it's really awesome. So it's more than us. It's more than a bottle. It's a story. It's an experience. And we're kind of happy to be able to share that with people and hope that it brings as much joy to them as it did to us. So yes, it's a pretty bad axe story, if you ask me.
So before we get into the stuff, like, tell us a little bit about going out there. I mean, what's the distillery like? You gave us a little bit about doing your testimonial and stuff, and but what's the experience of doing a pick out of Corbin Cash like, and how much do they lay out for you to try and all that stuff? What was it like?
Before you think about it, we're in Baltimore, and I don't know if you know where Corbin Cash is in Atwater, California, which is like
it's about it's right by Modesto, about 2 hours from Oakland.
Yeah. So it's a long hour. So we both didn't go.
It's about 30 minutes from Modesto.
Yeah. So I think you were coming off. Andy was coming off of a family trip, I think. Weren't you?
No, I was on the front leg of a work trip.
And he got back home for 2 days, and I think it was a Sunday. You got back on a cross country flight that got in at 11:30 at night, and you can take it from there.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I'll say this: the one thing, just that we want to preface this: is it going to be possible every single time we do a pick? Maybe not. But we're pretty adamant that we will always want to go to the distillery. We don't just want to be sent samples, because we feel like when you get a chance to meet somebody, it changes the whole experience. It's not like, here's 3 samples, we have you guys pick it, if you like it, we'll send you it. It just makes the whole thing better.
That's good.
And so when we had David on our show, we were like, this is the kind of guy we want to do business. He's a cool guy. I think this is worth it. Let's go out there. So it
cost us a lot of money to go out there.
I flew out
a lot of money.
It's all worth it. I flew out to Oakland. Funny story. I get off the plane. I asked a guy for a bite. I was like,
it's 11:30 at night.
Where can I go to get a bite to eat and a beer?
Oakland, mind you.
Here?
Oakland.
And he says to me, he said, you go straight to your hotel and you call DoorDash. I was like, what are you talking about? Mud getting gas around here. He goes, just go right to your hotel. I was like, are you serious? He goes, where are you from, son? I said, Baltimore. He goes, welcome to the one place worst.
Oh, jeez. Damn. All right.
Oakland aside, and I had no issues in Oakland, but the next day I go out to Atwater. When you go through Merced and then Atwater, and Bobby, so you go down Hull Road, and it's acres and rows of these, at the time, like the almond trees were blooming, they had flowers on it, so it just like gazing for end. And then the Merced Rye is a crop cover, so you see the crop, you see the almond trees, and if you blink, like, you pass the distillery, because his home is here, the distillery is here, his commute to work is all of 25 seconds, and it's really cool because it's a small, very small
one little compound.
One side is the distillery, the other side it's all open too, which is really neat. The other side is where he has a bar, and he's got like just some cool paraphernalia that's Corbin Cash related, and it's tiny. I mean, it really is. So I remember meeting him. Bobby was already there. Got to meet both of them. We shot the shit for probably 2 hours before we even made our way to the Rick House, which was great. And then we hop in his old pickup. We go about 100 yards out to the Rick House, and it's small. It's not big. I mean, it's a pretty tiny Rick House. But the best part was, he's like, you flew all the way out here. He said, whatever you want to try, we will open it. He's like, literally, pick a barrel, go here. I don't care if it's up here, over there, whatever. Just let's have at it. So the very first one he wanted me to try, though, had sold written on it, really big, bold, black. And I said, what's the deal with that one? I said, who'd you sell it to? He goes, no one. I put sold on this because I wanted to keep it in the house, because this is my favorite barrel. I'm not trying to sway you, but if this is, and he told me this after I tried it, by the way.
Yeah.
It was the very first one I tried.
We were going, oh shit.
Yeah. Bobby and I was almost like, dude, I don't think I have to try anything else. I want this.
We sent you all the way out there to try one barrel.
It's like, he really could have just, but then there was this kind of like this wave of guilt all of a sudden. You're going to take the bottle that he wanted to save for the barrel that he wanted to save for himself.
He's probably going to give it to his kids.
No, God, don't say that. Don't say that. His son Corbin. I was like, David, this is phenomenal. I was like, this is the best rye I've ever had.
Oof,
and I'd say it's complex. It's amazing. And I'm trying a 1 ounce sample of a clear Dixie cup. I mean, we're not sniffing out of Glenn's here or anything like that. It blew me away. And he goes, if you want it, you can have it. He's like, you came all the way out here. You're doing me a solid by promoting this word of mouth and bringing this out to the community. And I was like, shit, that's awesome. Like, so we still sampled a bunch of other stuff, needless to say. So we're all over the place. We're trying things. And then he pulled out the hazmat bourbon. I didn't really even know that they did much on the bourbon side, let alone a 8-year hazmat.
Well, Andy, before we move to the bourbon, why don't we all try some of this best rye?
Great idea.
You're talking about it. My mouth is watered. I keep nosing.
All right, get it. This is that barrel that we're talking about. This is 136 proof, 9.5 years. It's their oldest age statement they've released in a single barrel. He's got older statements that he has, but that's the oldest I think he's put out in this Merced rye. Correct.
What a gorgeous nose on that! Right?
Oh my God, amazing, amazing.
Yeah, we'll step back, let you guys play with.
We've talked enough about this.
I don't even get rye on this nose.
And just to rehash, you guys sold us out in what, 4 hours, something like that?
Yeah. We don't have a ton. I mean, we have 160 paid patrons. That's all. We don't have. We have a lot of free ones, but
it flew.
And it went and it was $138. So for our community, that's a huge plus. I mean, we were worried the price is going to scare people away, and I think it might have, but I think the name of Corbin Cash, and we had done a lot of upfront work with this. We had an event at Old Line locally where David flew out, and we gave this to people that didn't even know who Corbin Cash were, and they're like, "How did I not know who they were, and how do I get this?"
Yeah.
So anyway, go ahead. Go ahead. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
It does smell like
laughing.
It smells absolutely incredible.
So happy right now.
Now, Sean, you did snag one of these, right?
I did. In fact, and also, Todd, again, thank you for the samples, because as we talked about, I wasn't sure if it would get here before today, and it did not. So
there you go. No worries, brother. And Bobby, you got a bottle too, didn't you, buddy?
Oh my God!
I can't hear Bobby.
We've lost Bobby.
Of course we did.
Audio is out again. We knew it was going to happen.
What color me surprise?
Come on, Bob. Come on. Bob. Bob. Come on, Bob. Come on. Bob.
What is that? Bobby, it shows your mic is muted.
Yeah, let me see if I can unmute you, Bobby. Unmute. Go ahead, Bobby. Oh, no, it won't let me unmute you.
That's awesome. Who's running I love that. Damn it, Bobby.
So, Bobby, just FYI, Bobby, I tried to unmute you. It says your mic is not connected.
There we go. Damn it, Bobby. Where?
That's
You're welcome.
Oh my!
I love this.
Okay.
Todd must have been at Bobby's house tonight.
What's up, Eric Gunderston? There you are, buddy. Cheers.
Mr.
Great.
I will
use these clips.
I will tell you, I have never tasted anything like this.
There you go. That's all I'm saying, right? For a rye.
And I even get any rye on the nose. I don't even get rye on the nose.
I don't. So we have started. We always were bourbon drinkers on this channel, and we've dabbled in rye. But I would say most ryes we really haven't been fans of. I think we just gravitate towards the sweetness, the caramel notes, all that stuff that you get out of bourbon. This is wild, and it doesn't drink anywhere near 138.
Nope. No, it's
I'll agree with you on that, Brian. I don't think it drinks near 138. I'm different. I do get a little rye on the nose. I get like malty and figs on the nose, and but it's got a really sweet nose. Really,
get like
sweet.
dried apricot.
Nose for sure.
Like that fruit note. But I also get like a vanilla icing. There's that sweetness there on the nose, and you'll see it like a buttercream, but you don't normally get with a rye, a 9.5-year-old, 100% rye. I mean, come on.
There is also
rich.
Sorry, go ahead, Myron.
No, I was saying rich. It's very rich on the nose, rich notes on the nose, and a rich vanilla, like you said.
Here you go.
And I get
sorry, Brian, you go ahead.
I was just going to say, and I want this. I don't like this. Is not a graininess like a youthfulness. Like there is a grain note on this that's like a nice roasty grain.
That's the Merced rock. Yeah.
Ooh, that's what gives it that unique little twist. That's like, whoa, this is something different.
As we've got to taste different ages, and more of those herbal kind of grassy rye notes start to dissipate as you get in that 8-year plus range, which was really nice. You combine that with the barrel influence of this is an alligator char, so it's heavily charred, so you get to pull in those those toffee and caramel and vanilla notes. That actually melds well because it becomes, in a way, a very nice foray for bourbon drinkers into rye because it has enough bourbon qualities that makes you kind of want to dive into this.
Well, I done now smelling it. Drink it. Let's see what that's the true test.
And Bob, Sean, go ahead. You were going to say something.
So I already have drank some. But anyway, I was going to say, is anybody else getting like an Andy's mint on the finish?
A little bit of minty finish.
Like a little bit of Andy's mint there, like kind of a chocolatey mint. Oh, yeah.
I get like
and it's not that off. It's not that off-putting mintiness you get on some ryes. It goes so well with everything else. Yeah. Damn. Now I'm sad.
I'm having a.
Oh, go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, I'm having a really, really, really super. By the way, Todd and Andy, very nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, you too. Ben.
I think we've definitely crossed paths in the chat and in comments and seen each other's videos, but it's nice to actually be on here with you. So, pleasure to meet you too.
Cheers, brother.
This is I'm having like a roller coaster with this one. Like at first, the nose.
Yeah.
There was like a sweetness to it that I couldn't kind of like pin down, but there's also a darkness. And I remember on one of the other Corbin Cash ones that Bobby sent samples of, it was like a Tootsie Pop, like a red Tootsie Pop, because it had like that dark kind of artificial like Tootsie Roll chocolate kind of, like it's like a different kind of chocolate, but then some fruitiness, but it was like sweet. And then I started getting kind of like some lemon zest on top of it. I don't know if anybody else got that. This is all on the nose.
I get like a
little bit of citrus.
No. Okay, yeah.
On the nose.
And then on the palate, boy, I'm just having a hard time pinning down what I'm getting from this. It's just
layered,
like
it's so layered, right?
There's so much going on that I just like it's every sip I take there's like something new. But I'm noticing an interesting wood note.
That's what she said.
And there's like it's almost like a borderline, almost like a cedar or something. And I think that's a combination of like the oak and that rye grain that you guys are talking about. And Sean, as soon as you mentioned that Andy's mint on the finish, I was like sitting there like, what is this? And I was like, bam, that's exactly what that is.
Well,
this is excellent.
It's complex, and I think that's what's it. It's the kind of thing where you let it sit for a while. It's going to change.
It already has for us. Like we've drank a bottle and a half of it already, and every time you kind of come back to it, you get something different, and that's what I love about a good age statement on a rye whiskey. It's layered. It's got a really complex flavor profile where you go to it one day and you get some of those notes, and you come back next day and you get something else, and it's all good. It's like a different experience every time you go to it. I love that. And not totally different, but you get different notes,
but
right?
I think you're right. I think it's why if you're going to spend money on this isn't cheap. And so I think that if you're going to ask somebody to spend, over $3 for anything, if it's going to be over $100, then you want it to be complex. And you want it to be layered. There's a plenty of good whiskey out there that's pretty one-dimensional and tasty as hell, but then that's why you pay $50 for it.
There's Eric. He actually has a bottle. He got his today, and he's nosing. The nose on this is
it's wild. It's fun.
It's wild.
Also, cheers, David Bass. It's good to see you.
Oh, David.
Oh, yeah. Hey, David Bass. Andy, I think you're right. Like when you're going, into over the $100, you want to give people a ride, and this thing is definitely a ride. Like it is. There's so much happening here, and you guys mentioned the vanilla, and I haven't had a sip for a couple minutes now. I've been listening, and I wanted to kind of back away from it a little bit and see what's left. First of all, it finishes for days.
Yeah,
and I've got such a strong vanilla aroma on my palate right now.
Man.
This is right up our alley.
Great.
I get it too. Big time.
Even going back to the empty glass, is like vanilla frosting and sweet.
Yeah.
There you go. On a 100% 9.5-year-old rye. Isn't that crazy? I love it.
Love it. And 100% rye. It's dry.
Sean is suspiciously quiet. Is worrying me.
I'm just a little bit of a. I guess I'm trying to say. Anyway, I tried this before the show. I had to. I could not wait. So I had a little bit of a nip 2 days ago. Well, when it got here.
Oh, okay.
Like literally, as soon as I saw what it was, I was like, "Yeah, that's what I got home from work, saw the box. Like, I'm trying that right now."
Yep.
I've not tried the bourbon though. I'm waiting on that for the show.
I will admit that every day since they arrived at my house, I looked at them longingly, and I was like, "Do I want to crack them early?" Yeah, I mean they're great, and this is my first Corbin Cash I've ever had, so this is like
nice.
Hell of a way to start. It's great.
Awesome.
But here's what I'll say.
Brian, you've never had Corbin Cash before for anything?
I've never. No, these bums haven't sent me any samples. These guys.
Man. Hear that, guys?
You vicious bastard!
Oh, God,
Who's got all these?
Who's working the board?
We need the board.
That's me.
I need that one. We have like this.
Yeah, but you don't know how to work it.
I don't really know how to work.
We gotta be ready to go.
But anyway, what I was going to say was the first time I had it 2 days ago, it just instantly made me smile. And the last time I had a whiskey like that was the first time I had Corbin Cash. So it's enough different from the others that I have for it to be kind of a new experience, which I appreciate. You know, that older age statement, it's just, it's such what a gorgeous whiskey. I mean, you guys picked a hell of a barrel.
They hit a lot of barrel on the mouthfeel, but that finish has a lot of barrel in it, which is, I mean, not a lot of barrel, a long-lasting light barrel, I'll say.
Yeah.
I love it. I feel like it's char. I feel like it's char, like a really heavy char and earthiness that's really like just savory almost.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, this is a char 4. This is the alligator, so it's pretty heavily charred, and the barrel influence is nice. It comes through. I always think of it like, and you're going to laugh because I say this, but you know, you go out and you want to dinner and you want to buy really expensive wine because you're splurging on it. You want the thing to be complex. You want to open up. You want it to change with each sip. Other nights you just feel like sitting with a cheap bottle of red that's $12 and you can kill it. It's fun, but it's not the same. Like this is meant to be an experience, which I think is kind of cool because it takes you on different trails every time you kind of sip.
Listen, so, we were very fortunate that Bobby had a relationship with. We had Bobby there, which David loves, and Andy had flown out there, and David somehow took to us when he was on our show, and he let us take this barrel. Honestly. Yeah, we picked it, but we'd be idiots not to pick, right? I mean, anybody would have picked it. So
I think he knew that. It was that good.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was that good.
I mean, like I said,
that's why I said so about it. He knew it.
Yeah, it's true. That is true.
I'm surprised he let us taste it. I guess there was no getting around letting us have some of that barrel. They were just sitting right there.
Next time
it hit our tongue like, what?
I'm glad you guys like it. That's really cool. And,
so this
experience into it. Yeah,
absolutely. So this is a bottle obviously we cannot get now.
Well, I don't know when they're going to release the breakage bottles.
Yeah, so they always hold back.
There'll be 12 bottles
or 2 just in case there's breakage in shipping delivery. If everything goes through without a hitch, there's going to be 12 bottles that will come eventually.
And hopefully they would let our patrons buy that, but I don't know.
So if
you've got all our emails, Todd. So
there you go.
All right. If not, Sean can get it for the group and split it because he tried it early. He broke the rules. You can let him take. He'll take one for you guys.
There you go. There you go.
Should we move on to bourbon?
I was going to say, Todd and Andy, tell us about the bourbon because this. Todd, you were saying the other night you had no intention of going out there for 2 barrels.
Our intention, first of all,
can I throw something in real quick about the rye just before we get out of here?
Also, I need to grab
Don't let him. Don't let him.
Oh wow!
Damn it, Bobby.
So
I like that.
What I was going to say is, Andy, you mentioned about it being an experience. That's kind of like one of the things when I do a review of something. It's like there's good whiskey, there's great whiskey, there's different levels. Like you said, sometimes you want to just sit with an average, just good pour, kill the bottle if you want. That's great. But like when you get something that's like an experience, that's what really kind of separates kind of like a premium sort of whiskey. This definitely is that. Like the finish is still going here. It's been like 10 minutes since I've had a sip of this.
Yes,
incredible.
And what you're paying for with the $138 when you buy something like this is A, it's an amazing quality, but B, like you can't go into a liquor store and buy something that tastes like this.
Right.
No.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm not saying there aren't things that compete in a different sort of realm, but this is like its own thing. Like Corbin Cash is just kind of, from my limited experience, I've had 3 or 4, maybe 5 different samples of kind of like their cast strength rye and stuff. They kind of have their own thing going, and I can't think of anything off the top of my head that really is kind of in that same realm.
Right here.
Yeah.
So
That's how we. Ben, that's exactly what we thought.
And Ben, if I'm being honest with you, we are eternally grateful for David to even offer this up, because he knows he could have unloaded this in a heartbeat. But he's not. He's a very smart businessman too.
Yeah.
He knows that he keeps this barrel internal because of his distribution. It's going to go locally to people who already know who Corbin Cash is.
Right.
He says, you guys pull this off and you can really sell this thing, and everybody loves as much as you guys do. Well, now we're building fans nationally, which is very, so this is a smart business decision too. This is, it's rare. And so Eric, your comment is like, I love that, because that's how I felt. I remember texting Todd saying,
and I was very skeptical.
Dude, I think it's the best rye I've ever had.
I said,
he's like, really? How many have you tried? 1. And I'm like, I'm telling you, like, this thing was like talking to me. And so
I was very skeptical.
Yeah. And
because I'm a huge rye guy. I'm like, ever?
Yeah.
And I tried it, and I'm like, wow, that's pretty damn. I mean, like, it's so, it takes a minute to really understand what you're drinking. It's so complex and layered. And it's just, like you said, we've been talking about it. It's a ride. And it's up there. I mean, I will put this rye up against a lot of very pricey ryes that I have, and I think it would beat it.
100%.
So that's kind of.
I'm just saying.
Going to be my next.
High age statement.
Todd, I'm sorry, Bobby and Andy were there and tasted it. So Todd, what was your like? So Andy tells you like this is one of the best ryes I've ever had. He brings it back. I mean, he brings back a sample for you, right?
So he brought back different samples of rye. And he said, one of these, no pressure, is my favorite rye, and David had sold on the barrel. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah,
and you try it, and what's your reaction?
So I had the other 3. I didn't know which one it was.
Okay.
Now I'm like Sean. I got these samples before our show, and I am not doing this in the live show. I sat down with them and started drinking them and really like tasting them, and I kind of saw this one as being very special. You could taste. I think, what were the other ones? They were all 9-year, I think, weren't they?
2 were about to have their 9th birthday. The one was the oldest. This was the one that was already over 9 years old. Yeah. And I instantly went to this one because of how complex it was. The other ones were really, really good, but this one was the different one. So I was, and I texted Andy before the show. I said, Andy, this is what I'm thinking. Please let me know if I'm off base here. Because I think this is absolutely one of the best things I've tasted too. And he's like, well, you got it. You're on it. So that was I was glad I passed that. And we do say
test.
that. Like, we want to be in unison. If we're going to do a pick and we both don't agree, we're not going to do it. Like,
That's true.
Exactly.
Which can make it harder, because I would have said without even blinking, it's like, this is what we're doing, Tom. But I wanted him to be able to kind of put that input in and be like, are you with me on this?
Yeah, he's like, David loved this. Bobby loved this.
No pressure.
Like, no pressure.
No pressure.
Don't screw this up.
Yeah.
All right.
So then the bourbon.
So tell us the story. Tell us the story of this hazmat bourbon that wasn't even supposed to be part of the deal.
I mean, that actually happened. This is funny, and Bobby was. I love the fact that he did this. So I'm thinking, David goes, "Do you want to try the hazmat bourbon?" Of course, I want to try the bourbon. I was like, "Well, I'm not going to buy it because I'm going to get the rye." So that's. But let's try it. So there were 2 samples of the 8-year hazmat that we got to try
Of the bourbons,
and I was like,
"Okay,
oh my god, these are good." I was like, "This is insane."
I don't know if that's coming through in the camera. Look how dark this thing is. Good Lord.
I like to do 1 ounce pours, guys, because I don't have much of myself.
It is. Bobby, you want to hold that up again, Sean, and I'll.
You know, I'm gonna get a bottle for sure, even if I have to sell my soul. So, I'm gonna pour the whole thing. Where you guys
look at that.
That color, man, it's beautiful.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
I feel like the camera is not really. It's very dark. It's like Texas level dark. Yeah.
And the cool thing about this one was, I tried it. I'm like, wow, this is different level good too. I'm like, this now.
God.
So I said, all right, if Todd by chance really doesn't love the rye as much as I do, maybe he'll go for the the bourbon. I was like, but no, I can't do that. I was like, we got to have a rye. So I called our distributor and I was like, what do you think about me grabbing 2 barrels? And then, mind you, he's taking a flyer on us because we had only done one with him before. We did this. We did
like
still
we're
awesome bourbon
huge by any stretch of the imagination.
And he goes, "What do you want to do?" I was like, "A bourbon." He goes,
I didn't even know.
I didn't even know they did bourbon. I was like, "Guess what? Neither did I. This thing is awesome." And he goes, "I think I need to know more." I was like, 8-year hazmat. He goes, "It's an 8-year hazmat." He goes, "I'll let you get it." Yeah, all right, cool.
He said hazmat.
So,
yeah, 148.
we go back. We're sipping on the 2, and the one that we ended up picking. I remember Bobby going, "Dude, this is the Coy Hill Killer.
There it is.
This is the Coy." He kept saying, "This is the Coy Hill Killer." I was like, man, that's a big
bold
shoes
statement.
to fill. But he kept saying it. So on our label that we have, I wish I had sent this to you guys, but instead of, I took the format for the Appetite for Destruction album, and I gave Appetite for Hazmat with all of our logos, and it says Coy Hill Killer running down the side, which is actually pretty cool. But yeah, this.
So Bobby, you can talk to this.
So we ended up
right?
getting 2, and Bobby, yeah, go ahead and give your thoughts because you were there sipping on this and saying you got to grab it.
I knew it was hazmat, and I've had, and like you didn't even know they had bourbon, right? And
Yes.
I've had it for a long time. It's a 106, and everyone knows I'm a Corbin Cash fanboy, but to be completely honest and transparent, it's good.
Yeah,
good.
you don't want to say
It's good. It's not bad at all. It's I'd say it's above average, but it's
This
not
is
like
nothing like
it's
that.
not. You gotta try this. It's not. It's just not.
Okay.
But now, this magical juice here
150
is
proof.
absolutely
Guys.
incredible.
150 proof.
Shall we, fellas? Shall we?
Yeah. Let's do it.
Just for this,
So-
just for this show, you guys know Dirty RC, right? You know Rick.
Oh yeah.
He gave me some Coy Hill,
Oh,
144
shit.
proof, so I
Okay.
can kill it with this sucker right
Right.
here.
You know. So this
And
is
I
not,
just did it.
this has not come out yet. This will be going probably early November.
Okay.
Just so you know.
What's the price tag on this one?
We don't know. I
I-
assume it's
I-
going to be similar
it'll be
to the
similar
rye,
to the
but
rye,
I don't
yeah.
know. We
Okay.
Again, this is virgin territory. He's never
Yeah.
sold this
never
high age statement of hazmat before. So
bourbon. No, he's never
Yeah.
sold a single barrel bourbon. So we're waiting for the label to come in from Corbin Cash, not our label, but Corbin Cash's label for this single barrel because they don't have it.
This is a first.
150 proof, 144 proof. This sips,
150. It's
this
100.
sips lower than this. This is 150 proof, 144.
150.
It's
This is-
75% alcohol, guys.
What,
Yeah.
what do you think this sips at? I'm saying this is
I
below
mean,
120. This is so
Somebody asked
easy,
with the mash bill.
below 120.
I believe David said there's 12% rye in this. I assume it's 80, 12, 8, maybe. I don't know though. I know he said 12%
we'll
rye.
have that info. We should know that by heart.
I
but
don't know it by
but
the
it's-
chance. We
I'm
should
telling you
guys.
guys, it's not even close. This is so much better
All
than
right,
this
so
Coy Hill.
shall we?
I love Coy Hill. This is
There you go.
We going in
Sean?
on the hazmat?
Wow.
Do it, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
Do it. Cheers, guys.
cheers.
Oh,
Cheers,
my
everybody.
goodness.
Cheers, everybody in the chat.
That right there, that is
I mean,
special.
come on. How good is that?
It is special.
That
It's
is
people, I'm telling you,
150 proof.
This-
It's 150 proof, guys.
but it
No
doesn't.
Bobby
way.
was right.
Right?
Bobby
It's
was right.
below 120.
It doesn't drink like 150. Yeah, it drinks like
At all.
I have
It's
some
only
ECBPs that are like 20 proof lower that drink hotter than this. Yeah.
Right?
Yup.
Dude, this is like
He's
the
got
one
23.
This is the one teens. It's so easy to
Yeah.
sip.
This is
So
Bobby's
that
baby.
makes it
man.
dangerous.
This is
Easy
Bobby's
to
baby.
sip.
That's
Now this
dangerous.
one,
Yeah,
this
super
one I get
rich
a
on top of those, man.
Yup.
Good God, it's just like chocolate brownies and
Ooh.
like peaches.
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh,
see. I get a ton of vanilla buttercream on this one.
Myron,
This
I-
one
I-
is,
Still
Yes,
got
yes,
enough.
yes,
It's still got
yes.
enough kick
Fine.
to it.
yeah.
You know it's there.
It lets you know, hey, you're playing with fire. It's a big boy with flavor. I
I
mean,
love this Bobby.
this actually put Todd's first 3 hairs on his chest when he drank this.
I
which
actually
is
got a
amazing.
hair out of my
Wow.
head when I drank this.
But
This is
I
probably
mean-
the most surprising.
I gotta say, guys, this you could drink a lot of this bottle and not
Yes.
realize how far you're getting
No.
on.
not to the
Yeah.
This
morning.
is this is the kind that you
Yeah.
sip all night, and then when you stand up, you're like, "Holy shit!"
Oh, my legs are not working.
Yeah, right. Like
I was just
this-
gonna say I don't think it would take you all that long to figure out you would sip too much of it. I think it'd take about 15 minutes.
Yep, yes, you're right.
This is amazing.
Wow.
you guys had mentioned everything you said, like Myron, you said brownies. Brian, you said that the buttercream.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting like that brown sugar and vanilla. And Myron, when you said the brownies, it just reminds me of like your bacon cookies or brownies, and you just got a pile of like melted butter with the vanilla extract and the brown sugar, and you're making the dough, and just put all that in a nice charred oak bowl and eat it up. That's exactly what this is. It's amazing.
You ever get that on a bundt cake, that light sugar glaze on a bundt cake, that vanilla glaze? I'll go brown sugar, maybe a little bit of towards toffee with that, but it's more towards vanilla. So easy, people. Goodness.
To Ben's point, I would say it's like creamy brownie batter. Like not even it's just it's so creamy and viscous. Oh my god. Oh.
Because this feels like one of those.
Well, it
what she
coats
said.
your whole mouth.
That chocolate in the middle, those
That's
lava
what
cakes.
she said.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Love it.
But they have that strawberry on top, right? So you get that.
Actually, I'm going to recant. Actually, this is terrible. No one should buy any.
Forget what I said about any of this stuff.
Sorry for the damage to the day.
Oh my god.
We'll take a private link and we'll buy it all.
All right, Ben, what do you think? Ben, Myron, you're good. What do you think about the bourbon? I'm curious what you guys think. Ben and Myron.
Me? Oh,
Ben and Brian, all of you guys, besides Sean and Bobby, because I know they love it.
Go ahead, Myron.
Everything
go ahead, Myron.
Transferred over to the palate. That's what I'm saying. Like everything transferred over to the palate. That brownie that I was getting on the nose, that peach that I was getting on the nose, all of that transferred over to the palate. It had this rich butteriness to it. Very heavy vanillas on it. I mean, this thing is good. Like I don't even want to finish the last half. I'm trying to hold on to the half of this.
There you go, brother.
I already poured the whole thing, Myron. I'm kind of also disappointed. I should have paced myself.
I wish I could give you guys ounces, but I wouldn't have any
I've
left.
never been so surprised by a whiskey in my life, and in a good way. This shocked me how good this is, and when you learn the proof, how good it is, how easy to.
How's the finish? It's long and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And
that's what she said.
On top of it being just absolutely delicious, it's also super unique. I mean, Myron pointed out there's kind of like a peach or nectarine note, kind of mid palate. I can't think of another bourbon I have that has that note.
I'm so happy Sean loves these as much as we do.
Yeah. So Ben, give your thoughts. Go ahead.
So like what Sean was just saying about not being able to find another one that has this kind of same note, I think that the uniqueness is kind of like what I was saying about the rye. Like Corbin Cash, there's something where they have like a signature that goes into their whiskey that I think is mostly unique to them. There's similarities I've gotten from other stuff, but very, very, very few and far between. Myron, you said the brownies. I got to bring it back to that because there's something super dark about this, and I think that's what it is. It's like that dark chocolate kind of brownie sort of vibe. But yeah, it's like it has traditional bourbon vibes to it and traditional flavors. They're all turned up to 11, but then kind of like in the middle of it, it has that Corbin Cash kind of signature that just kind of sets it apart. Just the same way the rye is kind of set apart from, like I was saying, you're not going to go into a liquor store and find something that tastes just like that.
No.
And you're just not going to find something. You can go find another 150 proof bourbon if you can find it, but it's not going to taste like that because it's going to be missing that Corbin Cash kind of, like I said, like signature note. And I can't really pinpoint exactly what that note is, but it's noticeable. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm a Corbin Cash believer at this point.
Love it.
Well, Ben, it's funny you said that because one of the things that when David came out here and we did this event at Old Line is there is talk globally about the effects of terroir when it comes to wine. People don't talk about it as much when it comes to whiskey, but it does make a difference, and there is an element to it. Corbin Cash, because all this is grown in the sweet potato fields, you have that influence of the sweet potatoes underneath it. So often, like I told him, both of these whiskeys, the rye and the bourbon, have this element of like the holidays to it. Like there's, and you think about like those sweet potatoes and candied yams and stuff like that, and the things you sit around the table, like they had just enough of that richness from the sweetness that comes from the sweet potatoes growing in the soil and the Merced rye growing over top of it, because the Merced rye is a cover crop, and they didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
So they basically said, "What the hell are we going to do with all this cover crop?"
Now we know.
Yeah.
And
Well, they
man,
found a good solution to that problem.
You sure did.
Right.
But this is where terroir actually plays a part in when Ben was saying there's something uniquely Corbin Cash.
Yeah.
That's what it is. You still may not be able to pinpoint the note, but the terroir is what's driving the difference. So which is kind of cool. So it's a piece of cow. This wouldn't taste the same. The Merced rye grown in Texas isn't going to taste the same.
Just smell your glass
as it
after
does
that, after it's
in
gone.
It's different, you know.
I could just smell
I
this glass.
did describe it as the
Brian, if you could, I'm not sure how to say this fellow's name. Torup Hold.
Yes, I was just gonna say we want to set this straight.
Yeah.
Orb said y'all are bragging on juice that's impossible to get. Now the rye maybe, but Todd and Andy, tell us how everybody can get access to this bourbon.
So, like many other whiskey channels, we are, trying to do our best to support our Patreons.
Yeah.
And it is through Patreon that before it gets released to a distributor, we want Patreons to have first crack at it. So
right,
we have different levels and tiers of Patrons that you can see. If you go to 21090, you can check out our Patreon, the different levels. There's free, and we're happy with free too. Come follow us. We hope that first that you like the content, you like what we're bringing you, and you like the kind of family vibe and community that we got going on. But then we try and back it up by giving back with what we think are unique barrels. We try and do things that are different. And so if you're a patron, all the patrons who wanted it got it. And so this
bourbon is coming out in the beginning of November. It's not sold yet. Right. So if you're interested, I'm telling you,
get this hazmat for destruction.
We only have 158 paid Patreon members, so there's not all of them are buying it. So there you go. It got to every level. The rye got to every level.
If you remember, because what's it, Torup Hodel?
Torup Hodel?
He asked about the char level as well. While we're there, David said that he charged everything that he has is charged above. There's only 4 levels, but he says he goes beyond 4.
Yep, he's a 4-5.
Okay.
Yep.
Every 2. So he's a technically maybe a 5er, but more than 4. So everything that he does is that char level, no matter what you're getting.
Yeah.
And then the oh shit, it just fell right out of my head. I was going to ask you a question about your Patreon, but I can't. This was it.
He said, Patreon's like OnlyFans for whiskey?
Todd's only
right.
Yeah, the difference, Torup, being that you actually get something in your hand from their Patreon. Well, I guess you get something in your hand the other way too, but anyway.
That's a whole other concept.
So,
it can be.
Guys, what's the run on these? Like, how many bottles of the rye did you end up with?
So the rye was 140, and the bourbon was
144.
Okay, all right. So plenty of opportunity for you guys to get a hold of it if you go join 21090's Patreon.
Yeah. Listen, the rye
maybe now 156 if you would like.
The rye went to every category. If you wanted it, you could get it. There was. I mean, everybody got.
So you could get in on the ground level even.
You get $3.99 a month. Those members got access to the rye and bought it all up, and it stayed there for about 2 hours. So it wasn't like it was all gone right away. There was plenty of bottles that to get. So that's the good thing about it.
The run, there's about 18 left. We went live with David.
So
Bobby,
I have a question though. I have a question for the Whiskey 6.
Okay.
You've tried the bourbon. You've tried the rye. Which one do you like better?
Bourbon.
Dude, bourbon.
Okay. Ryan. So I'm not going to say. Here's what I will say though. What I will say is that I said before I tried either one of these, just because I trust you guys and know your palates fairly well, that these would be my rye and bourbon of the year, and I'm pretty sure that's still going to be true. So
awesome, dude! That makes us so happy.
But if you want to, Sean, you can tell everybody the bourbon's better. We already sold out of the rye.
That's true.
All right, fair enough. I mean, I think when I get more in, once I have my bottle of the bourbon and I kind of have more time, I've already finished the bourbon, by the way, it's gone. So I liked it very much, needless to say. I think they're both so unique that it's hard for me to say that I can, it's like your favorite kid kind of thing.
That's your line there, Todd.
Yeah, it is.
Actually, they both
I I think that they're each. It's hard to pick a favorite because they're each like uniquely different. They kind of each have their own lane. So it's just like there's one for each mood. But I do have to say, as far as when we get to like what do you like better, whatever. I got a little bit left in each glass, and anybody who watches my channel knows where this is going. And I hope this isn't insulting, but we got to do the blend.
Your brew rye.
I'm doing the blend.
Okay. All right.
Do you mean a boo rye?
Oh yeah. We're blending here every time. So anytime I have more than one whiskey on my bar in any of my reviews or live streams, I always do the blend. So bourbon note math would dictate that this is 286 proof at this point. I stand by that math.
I think that's about right.
And it's also
it's close.
17 and a half years old.
That's right. You're drinking.
That's how we do math here.
We charge a pretty penny for that.
I wish we could do this, but we can't drink any more of that. Damn it! I really want to do this now.
We'll do it. We'll eventually get it. Drove my Chevy.
Myron, what do you?
Rye.
What do you got for a favorite, Myron?
Oh, so go ahead, Myron.
Oh no, my favorite is the bourbon. But I had a quick question. So he grows everything on his farm. So you said over sweet potato fields. So he uses the same Merced rye in his bourbon mash bill too, correct?
Correct. The corn comes.
So that's why I'm kind of picking up some of that Merced rye note in the bourbon. So
I thought so too, Myron.
Yeah, so they do have similarities, but hands down, I mean, like this is good. Don't get me wrong. This is damn good. But it's exceptional. And I'm a rye fan, but this thing right here, and this doesn't this doesn't even drink like a rye. This thing, like if somebody told me this was 100% rye, I'd be like, no, I'd be like bullshit. I'm calling.
We said that.
It's its own thing for sure.
All the single barrels drink like high rye bourbons. I would even guess that it's a bourbon.
So you talk about blend, Bryant. I think the Whiskey 6 with Sean and certainly Bobby's relationship with David should maybe inquire about heading down to Atwater, California to look at some things to maybe bring your audience, because I think that would be amazing to do.
I think that would be a wonderful idea.
Right?
Wonderful idea.
I am in on that.
There you go.
So Myron, real quick, Torp asked, is that better than that old Carter?
What are we talking about? I'm curious.
I'm not sure which one. Do you know which one he's talking about?
Torp Hoodie knows that I'm a big old Carter fan. I've got a buddy who buys old Carters like he's buying socks.
Nothing wrong with that.
I can't do that. I'm sorry, I can't afford to do that.
Right.
Old Carter to me is hands down the best bourbon that I've ever had. I've got a PLDC 3 behind me, and then I had a 4 OC that he let me get. Shout out to Brad. And that's an old Carter. That's a member's pick, and that thing was amazing. So I am not going to shit on these. These are amazing, but I have yet to find anything that beats old Carter. The way they blend it is just
but that's also the reason you pay $300 for old Carter. So it's kind of nice. So that's the one. If there's one knock, we know Mark and Sherry. We like them both. They're wonderful people. And we've had them on the show. Also, their wine's freaking awesome, too.
I actually love their American whiskeys and rye.
American whiskeys are great, too. We had some great rye. They're artists when it comes to blending. Like Nancy would tell us that she would get up in the middle of the night and she would I need to blend this with this because it just hit me, and she'd know what to do. Like they're artists at it.
Can I say one thing? Daniel Harding, new Patreon member, I think, from the stream, and Williamton Piper, also from the stream.
You guys.
Right on.
Awesome.
So, love that.
All right.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
And
hey, just FYI, I mean, 21090, join their Patreon. You get access to this bourbon and all kinds of other stuff.
Yeah.
And I think this whole panel can vouch for the access to the pick is well worth the investment of joining their Patreon.
We're not going to do a lot.
It's exceptional.
We're never going to do a Mash and Journey amount of whiskey picks or all the other big.
Right.
We're going to probably do 6 a year. Every other month, we're trying to have one. And what we would go for is things that are unique that you can't get really anywhere else. We did the first Still Austin bourbon. We did the first Still Austin rye. We've got an old line single malt that our community, it's amazing. Sean was there. He helped pick that.
We had 25 patrons coming.
Great bottle.
It's 132 proof American single malt that's 8-year plus for $59. I mean, you got to be kidding me, right? So it's a Tootsie Roll in a glass. So we're doing things that we think are really unique, and I think you guys, I think you guys have the same sort of acumen, and you look for something that's different, right? There's so much out there, and this isn't our job. We do it. I mean, yes, we try to pay our expenses, and this is fun for us. It's like you guys. This is a fun thing for us to do. We have full-time jobs. We have families. We love the community. We want to be a part of it, and this is our way to be a part of it. And thank you guys for helping us.
That was
of course.
Thank you again for the samples. So by the way, has anybody done the blend?
No, shoot. I wish we could.
I did. I have it right here, Ben.
I'm not.
Have you tried it yet, Brian?
I should have saved some.
It is.
It's unbelievable. I have an
it's
official
fantastic.
review. Can I do my official review of the blend real quick?
Hold on, I'm going to solo you. Ben, we're going to solo you. Hit it.
I like Ben. Yes, love it.
What I got. That says it all right there. That's.
One more time, Ben. Hit it one more time.
I'm going to exit solo so we don't get demonetized, Ben. And
let Ben play it one more time for us there.
all right.
We're not monetized anyway, so we can have some fun until we hit 1,000 subs.
Yeah, we
So
can do
Ben,
We're a few weeks
Ben,
away.
on the blend, are you getting I am getting a real peppery note on the back, like a black peppery.
Yes.
Like it's
much
a totally different animal. Totally different animal.
It is. That's what I was going to say. I'm kind of surprised because when you said that the rye came across like you could almost mistake it for a bourbon, but Myron, I think it was you that was saying that you on the bourbon you're getting some of the rye vibes as well. I was shocked when you said it was a 12% rye because I would have expected it to be like a super high rye bourbon. Yeah. But the blend of them, it's just amazing. So it's just taking the best of both worlds. But the heavy black pepper is definitely there. The blend is amazing. I'm not gonna lie. Just 50-50 blend
50-50
was incredible.
Can't wait to try that.
It's great.
You guys have something we don't have. That's
and thank you, Piper John, for dropping 2-90's Patreon there.
New Patreon member. Thank you, Piper John.
It makes you think that a Corbin Cash Boo Rye might be pretty good.
Guys.
Yeah.
told me that's something that's possible in the future too.
Yeah,
so there's
you go.
not from us, but that David may have something on the sleeve with that in the future. So keep your eyes peeled for that one.
We'll put our feelers out.
Based off this bourbon, I think David needs to be making a little bit more bourbon and aging it.
Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Like higher age statements.
I mean,
Piper, go ahead.
As Ben pointed out earlier, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Myron.
No,
go ahead, Myron.
I just wanted to know. So, what were the oldest barrels you guys saw that were for sale? And does he proof anything down, or does he just release everything at?
Not that I know of.
So
he doesn't proof it down. He also a handful of them, like the Hasmans, went in at 125, which is why he got so dangerously high up in the kicked off at the 150s. Most of them now are going to 120. So they're not going.
Bobby, what did you guys? You guys were all high age statements, right? We were going after the higher age statement, right? You guys were going you were crawling back into the back where
there was some older ones.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
was it high enough yield or there were small yields?
But sometimes it gets so bloody hot out there. Bobby will tell you too. Sometimes when you get too high in age statement, you can get too much oak and it can overtake it to the point where it's just like.
Yes,
and you lose so much the angels share. You have to be careful. So we opened one barrel, Bobby, that we didn't love, that he forgot about. He was like, I don't know how long this thing's been sitting.
You barely getting in with a thief.
Yeah, it was fun to try it, but it was like I wouldn't want to take that home.
Yeah,
if that's a campfire story with you. You sit around and you talk to your friends about. But some of you were listening to that just right. Yeah,
it's a good story.
Here. Nice.
Yeah, the youngest was 8 years, right?
The youngest we tried out there was the 8. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
All I was going to say is just to Ben's point earlier. I think as far as comparing the two, it's certainly a mood thing. I don't know. I think it's just like whatever mood strikes you when you get home that day. I think either way, they're both phenomenal whiskeys. You guys knocked it out of the park with both of them.
Awesome.
That said, again, Patreon link is on the screen, folks. You can still get the bourbon. So,
Sean, you're hurting your chances here, buddy. No, I'm just joking.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna start saving so much money that you guys will have to race me to the finish line to try.
And I'll say this: when we started our channel, one of our kind of rules was we didn't really delve into or dip into the waters of stuff that was over $100.
Yeah,
this one would make me spend over $100. The bourbon is exceptional. It really
David also helped us. I mean, he released the sister barrel. Bobby, I think you guys tried the sister barrel to the rye. He released it 3-4 weeks ago at $150 for distillery only, and it sold out within hours too. Yeah. He gave us this for $12 cheaper, basically, which shows you how Bobby. I mean, for David, he's the man. He helped us out because we were really leery on the price.
Nice.
So, all it takes is one, Brian.
I got a
What's that? What's that, Myron?
And all it takes is one. Once you crack that $100 threshold, then you're like, you know what, I can do it again.
Yeah.
Once they break the seal, I'm screwed. Yeah.
Just pop that cherry one time, and he's like, it's not that bad. Yeah.
Okay, don't talk too much. My wife is watching.
Question for everybody. So, when someone says rye, what do you think of? What distiller do you think of when someone says, "Hey, I got this rye"? But before now,
Sagamore maybe.
We were
Sagamore for it.
Sagamore for me. We were literally 8 miles from the distillery.
Right.
Yeah.
Usually
Not
people
anymore,
mean
right?
MG. Yeah. Usually
Not
people
anymore.
mean MGP, but
Yeah. Right.
So now
Which
the
Sean
Golden Cash is rye king now. I mean,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When somebody asks what's the
not
best
close.
rye you've
It's
had,
not
it'll be
close.
that one.
I love
Yeah.
that, Brian. That's awesome.
It's fantastic. It's great. Thank
I
you.
love that you got. Yeah, listen. Again, we said people before product, but Bobby backs up with his product. I mean, Bobby does, but David does, and that's the great thing about this because I can't wait for you guys to. You guys should get him on the show. That's what you should do.
Yeah,
that is
talked
the
to him.
plan.
I think that's
coming.
in our future plans. Bobby's working on that.
He's coming. I've already talked to him about it. He's coming next.
There you go.
Next
He's
month.
great. He's
We're
great.
going to go once
I
a
think
month. So
he would be
next
great
month.
on this show. That'd be great.
No, he'd be
Yeah.
great.
He's great, yes.
Environment.
There you go.
Yeah. So that would be cool. Very cool. All right, guys. So, Mods, thank you for dropping the link to 21090's Patreon. There it is. Piper John, thank you for doing that. Go join, get access to the bourbon pick coming out. You said early November, right?
Yep. We got a old line single barrel single malt.
Right on.
8+ years, 132 proof, $59.99, coming out in about 4 weeks. In middle of
And
October.
Old Line is the one you said has that incredible rum too, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
we're doing a pick of that in December. Yes, that'll be out beginning of January. And Sean, did you try that? There it is. Sean, we're doing a barrel of that bad boy. Can you believe it?
Nice.
Again, I already said earlier, Todd, you guys are getting all my money the rest of the year. That's
$40. It's $40. $40. 130 some proof. It's like an 8-year rum aged for another 6-year rum. 4 more years in American single malt barrels. That's
Sean,
it.
we're just going to need your routing number and your account number if you don't mind.
Honestly,
They'll just
it
auto
would make
pay.
it easier. Yeah, if I could do some kind of auto pay setup, that'd be so much easier. Then I don't have to worry about the drops. It automatically comes out of my account and it just shows up at my door.
I should have sent you guys that. Damn it! I wish I would have. I wish I would have sent you bottle samples of that. I can still do that. You need to try this rum. I'm not a rum fan at all. I don't know if Ben or Myron, you or Brian, you are. I'm not.
Yeah, I am.
I mean,
I am. Yeah.
Okay. Guys, I'll just say this. I mean, this is my second bottle. Like Todd, I am not a rum person. I think rum has usually like some kind of funk on the finish, especially. I don't like. If you put this in a blind, you would swear it was a whiskey.
We thought it was an American whiskey.
We brought it.
We
to,
did that in a blind.
We brought it to a Patreon blind where everyone got bottles, and then we had another set of Patreons do it on their own as well, blind.
Mm-hmm.
Both times, the rum came in either first or second place
that's right.
because people thought it was like a 15, 16-year light whiskey.
Light whiskey,
they had no
American,
idea.
American whiskey, yeah.
So,
And they're like, what, $40?
and yes, $39.
Damn.
Jeez.
All right.
$40, 130.
Right.
It's so good.
So we're probably going to be doing that in tandem with Marcus, the bourbon judge.
Yep.
We're going to do that together.
Okay.
Woo. Yeah, that's fantastic. So
just I know we need to move on, Brian, but just one last time, guys. If you are not signing up for 21090 Patreon, you're gonna be sad. I'm letting you know right now. If you don't get this bourbon, especially,
that's true.
People are going to be talking about it, and you're not going to have a bottle, and you're going to be very sad.
Well, we appreciate that support. Let's talk some fun stuff now.
Let's go. Okay, so we came up with a couple of topics with Todd on last Wednesday about what we could kind of chat about that was kind of off the whiskey topics. And recently we said that, or we saw somebody won, was it 780 million in the Mega Millions? Is that the number? It was a crazy ass number.
Mm-hmm.
Some insane number that you'd never be able to spend in a lifetime.
Well,
but it's all that, unless you're following Motley Crue or somebody, then you might be able to.
Yes.
But so Mega Millions. The question is, and we'll start with our guests. So you are the $780 million winner.
Hey, we did it.
What do you? Yeah, you are. We've conferred this upon you. What are you doing the day that money hits your account? What are you doing? Go.
Can I say something? Before that money hits my account, can I move to Florida so there's no state income tax? Can I do that?
Definitely.
So that's the first thing I'm doing is moving to Florida, out of Maryland, so I can keep about 200 million of that and not go to state income tax. How about that?
Okay.
And then I'm buying a huge place on the beach golf side because I think the golf's better. I don't know. I think it was in Florida. That's a big house. Okay. Water.
Dude, Joe is messed up.
Hey, Todd, I just want to add to your plan.
Oh yeah, I'm getting hair transplant. That's exactly right. Thank you, Joe.
Okay.
I'm getting hair too. There you go, Andy. That's me.
Todd, I just want to add to your plan a little bit.
Yes.
Tennessee also has no state income tax, and then you'd be in bourbon country. So
perfect, even better. Yeah, there you go. Somewhere where I'm get all the tax taken away.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
in our retirement plan
you'd
for
be
sure.
on the bad side of the line, but you could be on like the Kentucky line, and you'd be close.
I like that. Well, Tennessee's looking better and better then. Yeah, there you go.
Oh
That's
yeah.
true.
Oh yeah.
I think the first thing I would do is, I would call Todd and tell him I quit.
Yeah, it's true. He would.
I'm tired of all the work I'm putting into this. I'm done.
Would you give me any of that money?
Not a dime.
God, Lord.
So you can keep half of what we made for 210.90.
You would give me all of it?
you can no half.
Oh, so you want the $3?
So you can have like $6.72 that goes to you.
Yeah.
Then I would. Then I got to be responsible. I would hire Def Leppard to play my backyard. I get to do the set list.
Yes.
I would go to a football field, hire Joe Flacco to throw me passes so that we could play catch.
Very well played, Andrew.
I would rent out Camden Yards
and just hit home runs
and just take batting practice.
But you're not left-handed.
With a handful of my friends. Yeah. I might hit from third base on that one. It's a long way out there. I would be, and then I would buy back my original car and restore my 1987 Nissan Pathfinder. So those are the things that I would do. That's what I would do with my.
He's not lying either about that. He's not lying.
He knows me. Those are the things I would actually do.
That's true.
Okay.
What's funny to me, Andy, is the first three things I almost could have guessed for you.
That's true.
Joe Graves says you're starting a nudist colony, Andy. I don't know what this means, but.
And I'm inviting Selma Hayek to join me.
Does your wife know that?
She'll be okay. She can come too.
She's got a lot of money now. She's got a lot of money now.
She's got a lot of money. She'll be happy. I just got 780 million. Selma, you can come.
It's amazing what you can talk women into when you have $780 million. Right, Diddy? Anyway.
Ooh. All right. Ben, the money hits your bank account. What are you doing?
So good.
Very, very first thing I'm doing, I'm probably, I'm buying properties. This sounds boring, but I'm definitely buying properties for every climate that I want to do. Taking the family on a super knocked out vacation. And then as far as like frivolous stuff, I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know, I'd buy a skyscraper and just kick everybody out of it or something like that. Like, 100%. And then just own it, like the whole thing. Like, just do something weird with it.
Def Leppard in his backyard with Joe Flacco. So, I mean, why can't you do that? So,
yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I don't. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
And we'll go.
Dude.
That's right. There you go.
I am definitely doing a ton of like
Ravens and the Raiders. I'm still not going to mention it.
There we go. There we go.
I'm not
Does
going
Bobby have a mute button?
Pop from you, Bobby. I love Bobby.
Go ahead,
I held
Ben.
out this
Damn
long.
it, Bobby! Wait.
I'm definitely doing a ton of charities for animals, veterans,
Nice.
you know,
There you
stuff
go.
like that. And then honestly, I'm just like I'm spoiling my granddaughter to a ridiculous level.
Nice.
I'm
Nice. Right
spoiling
on.
all the kids as well, but they're all adults, you know, so
You
it's
have a
not the same.
granddaughter?
Like,
Wow.
yeah, I do, yeah.
Good for you.
So I'm just buying like 3-story tall stuffed animals, you know,
yes.
things like that.
Nice.
Ridiculous things.
He 100% would do that, Corey. He would 100% do that. He would do that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Absolutely.
That's funny.
Marianne said Ben's a family man, and I love this about him.
That
That's
is
awesome.
good.
Yeah,
Sean.
all the kids and all the family going on a knocked out vacation. That's day
Awesome.
number 1.
That's awesome. Sean, what are you doing?
So I'm going to buy some land that's unclaimed, which is there's very few places in the world you can do this still, and then become my own country, so you don't have to pay any taxes at all. And then I'm just going to build a compound
What'd you call it?
with just
What-
walls.
What would you
It'll
call
be whiskey land. It doesn't matter.
Whiskey
And
land?
then I'll just, and friends and family can come, but it'll, like my, some people have guard dogs. I'll have grizzly bears and tigers. They're a lot more effective. And I'm going to do like moat systems, like a castle kind of complex.
I want to go to Whiskey Land.
Just live in my compound with all.
This is the most Sean answer that you could have possibly come up. This, I mean,
and
this
the whole
was,
reason why is because screw governments.
Yes.
Yeah.
The best
What?
part for Sean is he'll be able to pay somebody to yell, "Get off my lawn!"
No, I'll have guys with the good stuff on the wall.
That
So
was cool. How'd that happen?
All right, Myron, you are the money hits your account. What are you doing?
Look, I'm a pretty simple guy. But before we start, I'll say the same story that I said when we did a Planet Stream. I used to work with a guy. He still works for a company. He's just in another department now. And he said if he hit a lottery that big, he said he would walk down the hallway wiping his ass with $100 bills and turn around and fix them up. Yes. So I'm not saying I would do that.
Yes.
But I'm just saying. But no, I would just buy a whole bunch of property.
Hire him to do it.
Hanging out.
And I would just buy a whole bunch of property, take care of some family, like Ben said, do some charity work, try to disappear for a little while, because I watched a lot of those documentaries and where the lottery ruined my life, where people go broke, and a lot of the lawyers that are on there, they say that they tell their clients to get that one super luxury item out of the way and then put the rest away.
You hear that, Andy?
Yeah.
You only have
Yep.
once.
Nice.
Once.
yeah.
All right, Bobby.
So no Joe
What are you
Flacco?
doing?
So Def
I'll
Leppard.
tell you exactly what I'm going to do. And Mrs. Badax is standing right over there. You can't see her. I'm doing exactly what she wants. That's exactly
Oh,
Good answer.
Hey, look at it. She can see the hand. Go, come over here. You see the hands at least.
Man.
They know-
there's always one simp in the group.
There you go.
We're all idiots.
That's the right answer.
Bobby.
That's the right answer.
Bobby, what's going? Is she pointing a gun at you? What's going on? Blink twice if you need help.
Bobby, blink twice.
Yeah. Bobby, that's a good answer until she leaves, then we'll hear the real answer.
Right. He's like, I am Bobby, and I am of sound mind, and I would do whatever my wife wants.
If David would allow it to be part owner of Corbin Cash. But
Guys, this is too much
she's
fun.
like,
Great.
Bobby,
Love
Bobby, you got the approval from Marianne, and now I'm screwed because I'm going to give mine, and it has nothing to do with any of that.
Okay.
Oh, no.
well, definitely not going to quit work. I'll be some kind of asshole there for a while. But
Oh,
There it is. Bad
you know what
act.
my wife? So Marianne always says she'd buy tap shoes and tap on her boss's desk. Do a tap dance on her boss's desk.
That's awesome.
I probably wouldn't do that, but I definitely would not work. I'm buying season tickets to all my favorite teams and a jet to get me there because none of them are local. I know I'm that guy.
Who are your favorite teams, Brian?
So I like the Philadelphia Flyers, the San Francisco 49ers, Los Angeles Dodgers.
That's a
So-
diverse.
I like it.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's funny. My dad was a Brooklyn Dodgers fan, and he kind of passed that down to me.
Got
And then Flyers, when Chris Chelios or Ron Hextall jumped Chris Chelios in the playoffs, I was a Flyers fan for life.
That makes sense. All right.
Niners, I don't.
Guy.
Yeah, right. But
Brian, are you a Niners fan just because you're a sucker for a team that can't beat the Minnesota Vikings?
Oh, you son of a bitch!
I like
I see you.
My old man was a Niners fan when he was a kid too. So I just I picked a lot up from him. But the other thing I'm doing is buying a fully restored 1970 Dodge Dart.
That's the thing. That's the thing I was trying to think of that I had thought of previously and I forgot. I'm buying like a DeLorean. I'm buying the Ghostbusters mobile. I'm buying the family truckster.
All the movie cars.
All the movie cars.
I need my management. Ben,
I love it.
I'm hiring Ben.
You're not going to want this
guys.
Got everything you need right here.
I'm hiring Ben to make my picks. That's what I'm doing.
That's fine.
I will be that guy.
There you go,
Todd. I will be that guy.
Awesome. I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know if you guys know this.
I hear all this.
I don't know if you guys know this. If you just invest in tanks, you can go anywhere. Traffic can't even slow you down.
Again, the most Sean answer imaginable.
Sean, I love it. Sean's had his $780 million revoked by the government. That's the ironic thing about all this. Like take up your compound and throw you.
His fortune grew from Despicable Me.
I know that's the problem.
No, like I'm going to leave everybody alone. I'm not going to attack anybody. I just want to be like in the middle of I'm going to buy Kodiak Island. That's like my
Whiskey Land is very peaceful.
The simple answer for Sean is I'm going to become a Bond villain. That's it. He's just going to become a Bond
without
villain.
any of the villainy. Like I'll look like a Bond villain. I just won't do any villain stuff.
All right. I like it. Those are good answers. I am the only one who picked the greatest car ever, Dodge Dart, but that's okay.
Oh, just a real quick side note, Brian. For your private jet, I say you go C-130 guns and all.
Okay,
dude. Also, I said DeLorean and Ghostbusters mobile. You're the only one who picked the best car. What are you talking about?
Yeah, the DeLorean.
The DeLorean was the pinnacle of American automotive ingenuity.
Absolutely. They never broke down. That's what I hear.
All right. Our second question is designed specifically for you two gentlemen, Todd and Andy, because you are such big music fans.
Can I
and
call
Sean also. Sean conceived of this one.
Yeah, I like to call an audible here, and I know that's going to change all of our answers as well. But
he knows we're going to answer. That's the problem.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why I had to rethink it, and that's why we're going audible here.
Okay.
So if your three favorite bands
that was much better. Yeah.
No longer existed.
Sean knew what was that coming on.
What is the band that you would be a super fan of then?
It was way easy. Yes. Yeah. So our top three bands. So I'll give you my top three bands.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
You guys won't know the first one. It's Kix. It's a local band. They're hair metal.
I know Kix. Come on.
Let's see. Mrs. Badass said, blow my fuse right there.
There you go. Yes. 2 is Def Leppard. Andy's number 1. And 3 for me, Sean was 3.
I'm going to say Guns N' Roses, right?
No,
Guns N' Roses. I'm not sure where you place them, but it's
Motley Crue. Motley Crue is 3.
Okay.
So the answer would have been Motley Crue because I love the Crue. By the way, has anybody watched the Paramount series documentary on the 80s that's coming out right now about 80s rock, hair metal?
I'm not.
No.
Oh my God!
Is it out?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Okay, I gotta watch it.
I watched episode 1. It's amazing. So it was my 4th one. So Guns N' Roses is in there.
Paramount.
Okay. Guns N' Roses. So yours is Guns N' Roses.
There's another band that I think Andy might know what I'm talking about that doesn't have nearly the notoriety, but they were a super group.
All right.
And they were called Damn Yankees.
Tommy
Shaw.
Tommy Shaw.
Like Ted Nugent and the drummer, whoever that guy is. Me and Andy both. I mean, these guys.
They're phenomenal.
Phenomenal. They have 2 albums. That's the problem with this pick is they only have 2 albums, but it's amazing stuff for me. I love all 3 of those guys, and together they made gold. So I would say Damn Yankees. That's
Okay.
my final.
All right.
That's your number 4.
Sean, what did you think I was going to say? Guns N' Roses?
I thought I figured you were going to either go Crew or Guns N' Roses, but
Yeah, Guns N'
I
Roses.
I wasn't
Yeah.
sure where you placed them. Yeah.
I wanted to take it also from Andy because I think he might pick that too. So I picked. Crew's 5. I mean, I'm sorry, Guns N' Roses 5. Andy, you're up. Your fourth rated band.
All right. So number 1, obviously, Def Leppard. Number 2 would be Kicks.
Yep.
So we're 1 and 2. We flip flopped.
Yep.
Number 3 was Old Bon Jovi. I loved them.
Old Bon Jovi.
Everything up till Crush, then they turned into crap Bon Jovi. But before that, they were just absolute gems. So 4.
His hair.
This is tough, Andy.
If I'm being radically transparent,
Please be.
100% transparent, in my top 5, it doesn't all have to be hair metal.
Oh,
Someone I've seen.
Andy, yeah, this is specifically why I reworded the question. This is where I was hoping to get to.
The second story would be there. That's a good call.
I love
They
that
are-
Joe knows
if you,
second
if you
story
guys
is.
have, they're a fantastic band. Second story is a really good band.
It's Andy's band from
That's a band that
30 years ago.
They're really good. They're fantastic. There's a whole VH1 behind the scenes. We're going to be coming out
There's
very
not.
soon.
There's
You'll
really
see
not.
about
They
that.
played 2 gigs, and Andy wasn't the talent.
I was the lead singer
You
and
still
the
weren't
rhythm
talent.
guitars. Yes, I was.
No, you weren't the lead guitarist, and the drummer was pretty good too.
Another day.
Okay.
It's a story for another day.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
It's all right. Anyway, they were fantastic.
Kathy's in the house. Yeah.
I love the build up to the answer. Everyone's on edge.
Yeah, I would pick number 4 with Barry Manilow.
Oh my God.
Bravo.
My first concert ever was Barry Manilow.
I'm just.
You are one pathetic loser.
You know what? You want to keep
Wait a
going
minute.
down?
Time out. Andy,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
with you, brother.
Oh my God.
My
Love
first
Love it.
concert ever when I was like 8 years old. My parents, it was like some like fucked up family event. We all went and saw
Look at this
Barry
thing
Manilow.
Mom does.
And he's great. And there's Game Road
my
Shifts.
first concert ever.
Songs. I mean, he does.
God. Oh my God.
And you know what? I keep going because I like all kinds of. I could throw Garth Brooks in my top 10. I could throw Bobby Brown in my top 10. Michael Jackson, damn Yankees. Like I can go the whole 9 yards. I just look. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But I grew up with my mother blasting that in my ears from womb till I was like 18. I just could not get it out of my head. Next thing you know, I'm seeing him in Vegas. I'm like, you're freaking awesome, Barry. Rock on, dude. I just want to hear the crowd, but you're still brilliant at 80 years old. Whatever. It was great.
Come on,
So,
Copacabana. There we go.
Yeah. Can they hear that?
There it is.
I don't know if you guys want to play that because I mean,
That's all right.
No, you're good.
What about Neil Sedaka? You know Neil Sedaka?
sorry.
see, I do.
All right. Well,
But there's your curveball.
There it is. Wow.
Bobby,
Barry
let's
Manilow.
go. Let's go. You next. Let's hear it.
So if my top 3 are gone,
Yeah.
Who
I
are your
got
top
these new
3?
guys. I got some new guys that just popped up. They're called Roxbury,
Oh.
right?
Okay.
They're,
Is that
okay,
those
so-
two dudes from Saturday Night Live that bop their heads?
No.
Like the Roxbury.
That's Roxbury. So and I got them right here. So these are brothers from New South Wales, Australia. They actually we've been DMing back and forth. It was just hit a common chord.
No Diddy.
So these guys, there's two brothers. One plays drums and backup vocals. The other plays a 6-string bass and lead vocals.
Okay.
That's it.
And
So,
this is not the
check
Nelson
this
brothers?
No, dude, check this out. Check this
It's
out.
not.
If they're Australian and there's no didgeridoo, get out of my face with it.
Are they Silverchair?
I kind of like that.
It looks like fun.
Yeah. All right.
I wish I was in Australia and rocking out like that on the cliff.
So these guys,
All right.
they're cool.
How did you find them? How did you find them, Bobby?
They found me. They liked my videos on Instagram.
It's awesome.
I'm not kidding.
So I said
started
damn
using
Yankees.
some of their stuff. I started
Andy's
using some
there.
of their
Barry
videos.
Manilow.
So we've got
They're
Damn
using
Yankee-
my videos. They said,
Barry
"Sweet, thanks,
Manilow.
bro."
And
The
They
Damn
wanted to
Yankee
be
brother
bourbon
dude.
drinkers, and now they want
The
a bottle
different
of the Bad X Big.
I'm keeping a record of this for posterity. Damn
There you go.
Yankees,
And
Barry Manilow.
oh no.
This is going to be like the next Lollapalooza lineup.
and Bobby, just for the record, what would be your top 3 if they did exist?
So my very, I get asked this. My top band would probably be. She even said Alice in Chains. I love Alice in Chains.
Okay. All right.
Good call.
So,
Good choice.
and number 2 probably would be Linkin Park before they turned into Fall Out Boy.
Okay.
Right.
New singer.
New singer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's a chick. I don't know, dude. I can't do it. I don't know. I just can't.
Watch out, your wife's right there.
That's like Journey. I mean, the guy sounds amazing, but like, I'm looking at him like, you sound right, but it's just weird.
Yeah, I agree with
you.
you.
Like it, dude.
Did you say
It's kind of
beard?
No.
Oh, weird.
Weird.
I thought you said she had a beard.
Journey.
Okay, yeah. All right.
That would be even weirder if she had a beard.
That would be.
Number
Actually,
Number 3 band, probably either Metallica or Soundgarden. I mean, I'd probably go with Metallica just because Soundgarden's in the same genre, I guess, as Alice in Chains, and Alice in Chains is my favorite all-time band.
curious. All right.
I like the words coming out of your mouth there, Bobby.
All right.
Ow!
Eric Underson wants us to throw Rick Astley in there. We will not. We will not do that.
Nice Rick roll though. There.
Absolutely not. But
Later,
yes,
Brian.
I do like the Rick roll in chat form. Good effort, sir. All right, Myron, what do you got, buddy?
Well,
Come on, Brian.
I've got a list because
Yes.
I don't necessarily have like bands. So you guys know I'm from DC, so DC has go-go bands. So because remember on the Planet Stream, it was the top 2 bands, and I told you guys, I said, well, I'm more of a hip hop guy, but being from DC, we have go-go bands, and I did used to go and see a lot of go-go bands. So
Nice.
now we switched it up to 3. So my favorite 3 go-go bands, if they didn't exist, my favorite 3 go-go bands were Backyard, Junkyard, and Northeast Groovers. DC has its own style of music, just kind of like how the Caribbean has its own style of music. It's more, it's congos, it's drums, it's talking, it's rapping. But then when it comes to hip hop, because I tried to stick with bands, I went with Roots. Wu-Tang doesn't really have a band, so you got Roots, Questlove on the drums.
I'm going to give it a band. I'm calling Wu-Tang a band.
Yeah, I'll give it a band.
Yeah.
So
Andy ain't
we'll
nothing
go with,
well, never mind.
Quiet. It's a family show, Andy.
That's why I stopped.
we'll go with Roots, Wu-Tang, and then Black Moon. I don't know if you guys know who Black Moon is, but
Don't know Black Moon, but I'm going to write it down.
But when it comes to bands, now I used to listen to a lot of bands when I was in high school. You know, like I don't know if you would call them like grunge rock bands. So Stone Temple Pilots, Bush, and Nirvana.
Okay.
So
yes.
I'm a big Stone Temple Pilots, Bush, and Nirvana fan.
Okay.
Nice. Right on.
And that's all I got.
So then, okay, so all right. So you take what you will from that, which one he would pick, I guess, right?
Yeah. All right. I like it.
Very
All
thorough.
right.
Very thorough.
Sean, do you want to go last?
Sure.
Okay. So I am gonna go. It's been like a lot of the bands. Like I live close to Canada, like right on the border. So I end up liking a lot of Canadian bands. So I tried to like get stuff that people like would have heard of instead of like being like the nerd who's like, well, I like this band you never heard of. But so I've got. Does everybody know Tragically Hip? Anybody?
Yes.
All right. So if you don't know Tragically Hip, they are my number 1 band, and there is a documentary that's on Amazon right now. It's called No Dress Rehearsal. It's about Gord Downey, the lead singer, who died of cancer in their final tour. It's absolutely freaking amazing. You must watch it. So Tragically Hip is number 1, Sloan number 2, another Canadian band, and then Johnny Cash. All right. So and I might throw Rush in there too. So those are like
Rush. Yeah.
So those are my top, like some of my top bands. So a band that could probably slide in that if those bands didn't exist would probably be the Police. I love the Police.
Ooh. Nice.
So
that's a great.
Yeah, they were like on my bucket list to see. And about 10 or 12 years ago, I got to see the Police and Elvis Costello, and it was such a great show. And it was wonderful. So yeah, so the Police, I think, are up there. They could easily be my band.
Brother, I'm 48. He's 51 or 2 now.
Yeah.
He loved the Police. He grew up and all he would play was the Police, and so I kind of like the Police because Police are great. Like they still play. They still play like live shows. Like
no,
Sting?
I don't think so. So that was, like I said, that was probably a dozen years ago, and that might have been the last time they toured.
Yeah, all right.
No Fozzy with Chris Jericho for a Canadian band from Winnipeg.
No.
which coincidentally is my favorite hockey team, or the Winnipeg Jets. So
true.
I'll take my private jet with my $728 million to fly to see them.
So weird.
Nice. You know what? I like that Winnipeg's got a team again for sure.
Oh, yes,
I do too.
William Hall with
I do too.
Yes, Police was my wife's.
I was in Winnipeg last year for the first time, and I cannot wait to go back to MTS and see a game there because just a rabid fan base.
Oh, Pink
Yeah.
Floyd.
Oh yeah.
Mark says y'all have heard of Pink Floyd, a Zeppelin, or Stevie Ray Vaughan. Yeah, I mean that's true.
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
William Hall.
You guys.
William Hall wants some yes on the list.
There you go.
What is the big yes song?
Owner of a Lonely Heart.
Oh, yes.
Is it He the Moment? Yes. Yeah.
All right, Sean.
Lonely Heart.
So
What do you got?
Because I know my friends fairly well, I was able to win this bottle. Thank you guys again.
There you go.
And great pick also. But I'm going to pour it. Well, that's not what you want to happen.
Oh.
So well. I was going so well.
It's
Well, you was just talking so nice about it too.
Maybe you
You know
won't.
what? That's the hard truth, John.
You'll imagine what that tastes like.
Joe Graves gonna have a comment about that.
Anyway, life happened. So
Joe Graves, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. So most of you know I'm a huge Metallica fan, so that would be my one. And literally the song one kind of changed my life in that album. 2 would be Pantera. I think when Cowboys from Hell came out, it just kind of revolutionized metal again. And then Death, Screaming Bloody Gore in '87. Those would be like my top 3. But if those 3 didn't exist, then I guess I wouldn't be a metal fan at all. Ends up, I would probably have to go with Soundgarden. Would be my 4th favorite.
very good pick.
Soundgarden, really?
So Soundgarden would
John and I,
be.
we're right there.
Yeah, so that'd be the band I'd be a super fan of, I guess, if those 3 bands didn't exist. Yeah, it's weird though because then there's like this butterfly effect because if Metallica, Pantera, and Death don't exist, that completely changes metal landscape, and so then what does metal even look like today? I don't
Like
know.
Dave Mustaine, all happy that he's the ruler of
Because literally then that means that Dave Mustaine doesn't exist because he doesn't get kicked out of Metallica, so he doesn't start Megadeth. So he's just like some poor guy in the Bay Area that never has a band.
It's funny.
Yeah, so I mean it's weird. So yeah, I guess I'm a Soundgarden fan.
All right.
Real quick, I
All
want to say
right,
hi to Mark Emeneckers in the chat. And
Yeah, what's up, Mark? Good
of
to
course,
see you.
William, great shot. All right, everybody, the yes is getting a lot of love. Love will find a way.
Yeah.
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 We have to do a
Yes.
yes. maybe on our
Love is
channel.
on the way. It's like
I remember that video. That Owner of a Lonely Heart had snakes in it. So it was a pretty creepy video.
Rush, Megadeth, and Van Halen. We always be like, oh, yeah, how we not have Van Halen? Oh man, don't get us in the Van Halen argument. And he's Van Halen, Van Halen. Big argument.
That's more of a glams and drams topic, I
That's
think.
exactly right. Sorry. I digress.
no Van Sharones out there.
No, there's not. All right, I'm interested in what Ben has here. That's Ben's Ben. Did Ben go?
Yeah.
No,
I did not go.
No,
Oh,
he
yeah.
did not go. Here
You know
he
what?
is.
You're right. Okay.
I did not go. So Sean, like originally, I actually thought this was like if your favorite band didn't exist, because I thought that's what we talked about in the live stream, and then I saw in the planning stream it's if you're 2 favorite. Now you're hitting me with 3.
3.
And so like for me, after 3, it just becomes like this. You know, there's no clear winner. So like for me, my top 3, my top band, Mr. Great Shot, Pink Floyd.
Oh, there you go.
Top band of all time. And then Metallica and Insane Clown Posse, believe it or not. So those are my top 3 bands that I'm like fanatic about.
Ben, have you ever been to an
Okay.
Insane Clown Posse show?
Oh yeah, multiple. It's been a long time. Like now that I'm older, like I'm not really super into going to the shows anymore, and I'm a little more into the old school stuff. But I will tell you this as a little trivia: I went to the very, very first ever gathering of the Juggalos in 2000. So that's an
Todd,
old school
look at him.
flavor
Doesn't
right
he
there.
strike you as a hardcore juggalo?
That's the Juggalo.
Is that a song?
You know,
But
what-
any,
go ahead, Bill.
so anyway, after that, it gets even more kind of eclectic. So then after that, I'm like super big John Prine fan. So
Love that.
That would be probably one of my number ones. I would say out of all, like when I was in a band and when I was like playing like solo like acoustic shows and stuff like that, like John Prine is the artist that I know the most songs of. You know. So I love him. There's a band out of Texas that was big back in like the early 2000s called Slobberbone, which is really good. And then like Jason Isbell, I'm a huge fan of Jason Isbell. Brandy Carlisle, and then like classic stuff like Beatles, CCR, and Queen. Like all of that would be like
Queen,
my.
yeah. Wait a minute. There's a band called Slobberbone.
Yeah.
Yes, actually there is. Yeah, they're kind of like a rock and roll country like. They're kind of hard to explain, but they're really, really good.
I just want to.
Yeah, you can go check them out.
When they
I
say
have
want
questions
to
about that one as well. 'Cause
ideas
I-
for band name. They're like, you know what, guys, I'm thinking we go with Slobberbone. I think it's gonna really catch fire because
There's actually a story about that. They got so sick of people asking why they would name their band Slobberbone that they actually put out like a statement. This is many years ago, but they put this on the internet. And it was just like they were sitting in a room jamming. They were trying to figure out what to call their band. And the guy's dog was just over there chewing on a bone. And so they just called the band Slobberbone.
So guys, our lineup for our Lollapalooza fourth favorite bands
it's gonna be great.
is Damn Yankees, Barry Manilow, Roxbury, The Police, Soundgarden, and Slobberbone.
Can I play some
I
Slobberbone?
heard Barry Manilow's headline this thing. I'm gonna say that. Throw that out there. He writes the songs.
Where do I get tickets? Where do I get tickets?
I have the best pick out of that whole lineup. I'm just saying.
What is the biggest song by
Easily
Slobberbone?
the most eclectic lineup ever. Yeah.
Like, what's
Very
the most
nice.
well-known song by Slobberbone?
What's that?
What's the most well-known song by Slobberbone?
Honestly, there really aren't any well-known songs, but they were kind of an underground band back in like 2000. Like,
Do you know that song, Give Me Back My Dog?
We're throwing
yes,
Wu-Tang in
that
there,
actually,
too.
"Give Me Back My Dog" is the Slobberbone song.
Can I play it?
They
We're
must
throwing
be on
Wu-Tang
Spotify.
in there because they're for the
I
children.
wouldn't say that it's one of their better ones, but
I would go up with
This list too? Because I kind of want That's the beginning of Slobberbone.
Barry
I kind
Manilow
of like
Wu-Tang
that.
going together?
I mean, it
It
rocks,
sounds like the theme song for an 80s cartoon.
which I love.
they're definitely like they're kind of almost like a grunge rock country
That was it.
sort of thing. They have a really cool sound.
Sorry.
Where is it, Sean? Sean.
Yeah, I got some cork filtration going on.
Oh,
I don't know if you guys can see this. The cork's still in there. I just drilled a hole in it.
you need to get a wine opener. Just pull it out.
So you know, Andy,
what
don't
she
think I
said.
didn't try. I tried that. The wine cork just pulled right through it.
So what,
Yeah.
Sean? What county do you live in Kentucky?
I live in Wayne County, which no one's ever heard of, I'm sure.
So Sean just invented the Wayne County process. You're gonna
That's
filter
right.
through
Yeah.
quartz.
Way better than the Wayne County process. Because the Wayne County process, they send it through dirt, and a cork is much cleaner. So
Yes, exactly. All right, let's go rapid fire, guys. So this is quick fire answer. You don't get time to think. You
Fantastic.
just got to throw the answer out there. Todd and Andy, you're
Yes.
up first. What's your rapid fire question?
Andy, what's their question?
Who was the greatest quarterback of all time?
Oh, no.
This is easy. Ben, go.
Fran Tarkenton.
Wrong. Next.
Oh, God.
I mean, I know what answer Andy wants. I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, I know. So do I.
Next.
Sean, what do you got?
Me?
Yeah.
No. you're not allowed to
Okay, not Tom Brady. It's not Tom Brady.
be- That's correct.
I'm going to say, I'm going to have to go old school. Well, not super old school, older school. I'm going to go Joe Montana.
Also
There it
incorrect.
is.
Next.
Well,
There it
okay.
is.
I mean, Kathy knows the wrong answer, but
The answer is Johnny Unitas.
The answer is Joseph Vincent Flacco.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Oh my God. Myron, who do you got?
What do Bobby and Myron have and Brian?
Yeah.
I got
Well, I don't watch
Kenny
a lot of
Stabler.
football.
Kenny Stabler, the snake. The snake.
Thank you, Jim.
Hold on. Myron, go ahead.
I don't watch a lot of football, especially since we got forward, but being from DC, I got to say Doug Williams.
Oh,
Okay.
Myron, we got to get you to
Bobby?
Baltimore. Come
Bobby,
on.
are you really-
right now? We suck, so whatever.
Bobby, are you sticking with Kenny Stabler?
I'm going Kenny Stabler, dude. Silver and black, through and through. If he can say Joe
good God.
Flacco, I can say Kenny Stabler.
I mean, equally bad choice. So, yeah.
The discussion starts and ends with Joe Montana. He got 2 votes. He wins. That's it. Discussion's over.
Okay.
Ben.
Thank you. All right,
so
good.
Then why'd they put him on a gold bar whiskey? If he's so good, why they put him on gold bar whiskey? That's the worst.
Because gold is the most precious of metals, Bobby.
But pop that cork. It tastes like freaking Black Flag.
Well, I mean, here's Bobby. I would go with your logic, except for Chris Stapleton is an amazing country artist, yet his whiskey is awful. So,
Dude,
Yeah, exactly.
it tastes like you're sucking on a cinnamon
Todd's
stick.
question is, who does Todd look like? Name a celebrity that looks
What?
like Todd.
oh right. Okay, so there's
Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean.
Die Hard.
Oh wait,
Bruce Willis, sort of
Yes, that's the
like
correct answer.
like a less cool Bruce Willis.
I'll take it. I'll take that.
If Bruce Willis beat up somebody, I would take Bruce Willis beat up his uncle at Thanksgiving.
Bruce
That's
Willis is
Todd.
stunt double. I'm in stunt double.
There's the answer right there, guys. It's Caillou. Caillou is the correct answer. Caillou.
That Joe Graves.
it's not going to get better than that.
I award you all 0
not-
points.
not
Joe Graves
okay.
is the winner.
No, bald
Caillou
Venus.
for the win.
Wilson Tantra. Oh God.
We're gonna keep that up there for you, Todd.
As much shit as we give Todd. Todd's a great guy. I've got
100%.
hanging out with Todd. Todd's a great guy.
Wait, we have a runner-up. It's Powder.
Powder. Yeah, Chad is killing it. Chad.
Oh my God.
Honestly, I will say that movie made me shed a little tear, just a baby tear.
That's a great movie.
This chat is
Todd,
savage.
I will say, I don't think you're going to take this well. What is that? Prometheus. You know the alien beings.
Oh, the alien and Prometheus. Yeah.
Look a little bit.
Jesus.
I don't know what that is. What an alien being's not good, though, isn't it?
You go way back and go Kojak. Kojak.
They're hairless. They're very white.
What?
Yeah.
Powder.
I like
How about powder?
An alien being is not what I was going for.
I'm crying.
I would take Prometheus over Prometheus.
Oh, this is
Those
turned
dudes were,
on.
they were badasses. I would take
Ben,
them.
Right. Hey, Todd, I love you. You know I love you.
Listen,
Yeah,
I
You
think-
definitely.
Todd, I just
Todd-
want to say, I know Sean was just saying he's comparing you to alien beings for being hairless and very white, but I have it worse. I'm very white and I have hair and it's red.
Okay,
So like
well-
it doesn't get worse than that. Like so
Well,
like
misery
you know
loves
you're a rung above the on the ladder above me.
Ben's spinoff is Caillou's cousin. That's
Yeah.
Okay, Todd, when you had hair, what color was it?
That's funny.
What's that?
Well,
Todd,
we're
when
done.
you had hair, what color was it?
This is
Oh
great.
my God, Eminecker, you're killing me.
What's up, Major Zero? Late to the party.
What's up, Adam?
That's
We
funny.
got you here. Hold on.
This is fun.
I got you here, Todd.
Fun.
Just for context, so we know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Here it is, right here.
Yeah, there we go.
There's the
Let's get a little
engineer.
screen share action. Yeah, there we go. Nailed it. Freaking nailed it.
Can you put him with glasses on?
It's perfect.
What's that guy? That's who I am?
No, he's a little bit more chiseled and masculine, but I think
I'm actually okay with that, actually. He seems like he's got he's pretty ripped.
yeah.
He might be
Yeah. Oh, they're giant. They're giant, ripped. They're
I'll take that.
that's the best.
It's more like powder.
I'll take it.
It's more like powder.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, if you're
I already have a topic for the next Whiskey 6, by the way.
all
We
right.
each need to share an embarrassing childhood photo.
Okay.
Oh, I'm on it. Yeah.
There you go.
I guarantee you mine
I-
will win.
I would
Okay.
say between
Caillou.
Powder, Caillou, and
Challenge
Prometheus.
accepted, Ben.
Prometheus.
This is
All right, Ben. Do you have a rapid fire for us?
Minority Report.
I do, and it's apparently directed directly towards Sean because this is right in his wheelhouse.
Can't wait.
I don't even know how to word this one, so I'm just gonna say, like, rapid fire question: what do you think's gonna happen to Diddy?
Okay.
What?
I mean,
Are the guards gonna fall asleep while the cameras accidentally just stop working? That's what I think's gonna happen.
My answer is Diddy is going to be the most popular girl on the cell block.
Yeah.
my answer is nothing that hasn't happened to Diddy already.
Oh.
But this time it won't be voluntary. Just not be voluntary now, right?
Am I the only one who thinks he's getting Epsteined?
I mean, believe me, given all the evidence that he potentially has, there's a lot of Epstein action coming his way. Yeah,
he's getting Epstein for sure, dude.
Yeah.
He's gonna win.
The cameras are going to go off and the guards won't be around, and then people are just going to hang themselves. It's going to be another one of those situations.
Yep.
He's gonna be begging for just one of those bottles of baby oil.
Yeah. All right.
God.
Any other answers?
Diddy's gonna be the daddy. The daddy. Yeah.
We got to hear Myron and Todd and Andy.
Yeah. Well, let's get him, guys.
What's the question?
I don't know.
What's the question?
What's gonna Todd
do
and
you
Andy? The question is, what's gonna happen to Diddy?
Oh.
I don't think anything.
Well.
I don't think anything.
Damn.
They already got
Really?
they charged him with stuff, and all the bad stuff was thrown out. Like the really bad stuff. I mean, he might get convicted and he'll be out in 2 years, 3 years. I guarantee they're going to sweep this under the rug. That's what I think.
I unfortunately think Todd's right.
he's going to.
I hate to admit it, but I think he's right.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna. It never happened. It doesn't.
I think he's gonna do time.
Yeah, but
I think he's gonna start a band.
Jesus.
And I think he's gonna go like country. I think he's gonna try and change his image a little bit.
He's gonna start a band in prison. They're gonna call it Second Story, and they're gonna be the greatest band in the South Block.
Yes.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, that's great. Man,
I think that dude's got too many powerful people on the involved in that, man. I think he's getting Epstein.
Correct.
Just quick. How about we come up with names for Diddy's possible band? I'm going to go with Diddler's Danglers or Diddler's Danger Group.
I'm not even going
Diddler on the Roof.
Oh.
I like that. Yeah.
Backside boys.
Backside boys.
We're getting to dangerous territory here,
boys. All right.
Myron,
what's going to happen to Diddy? What's your call?
Oh man.
Well, I was saying that maybe this cup might just be able to drop right down the middle of it.
Like a hot dog down a hallway.
That's what I was just going to say, Sean. Hot dog down the hallway.
Because the shit that he did, man, and even
Like
watching
a
a video
video
of him beating his girlfriend and dragging her down the hallway in the hotel, like that's some unexcusable stuff. And the stuff that people have accused him of, like I don't wish death on anybody, but torture, a little bit.
Myron, I can get there.
Hold on a second. I want to remember this. That is the quote of the night. I don't wish death on anyone, but torture a little bit.
I like that. Boy, that's badass.
Myron can get there.
Is he cellmates with R. Kelly? I'm just wondering.
That would be interesting.
Bobby, what's going to happen to Diddy?
I pee on you. I piss on you. I pee
So hopefully
on
he
you.
laid that little thing. He laid that little thing out and just.
You got the axe cam. Oh, geez.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, we got the axe cam right here. Yeah.
You know what, Bobby? I think that deserves like 10 axes.
Of the prosecutor in New York.
Look at that.
If the
Lay that
prosecutor
thing
in
out
New York
and take
City,
care of that shit.
prosecutor in New York City, if you need castration services, Bobby is for hire. So he'll do it for you.
Gladly.
All right. So my rapid fire question, we'll go quick around here. This is related to the video that we just put out today. What is a whiskey? It could be any kind of whiskey. Whiskey that everybody loves that you can't stand?
Oh,
That's a hard one.
Damn! Look at this.
I watched
Who's
the
going
video
first?
today.
I can't.
Wait,
stand
that we love that other people can't stand.
No,
that-
whiskey that like generally is loved, but you're
Oh,
just
oh,
like,
I
don't
don't-
get it, you don't like it.
I feel like me and Bobby are going to be like-minded here. I'm curious to see
All
where
right.
he goes with it. But
I'm gonna go down to Bobby first. Bobby, you got one?
I'll probably go with
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Probably.
No Diddy.
I mean, right off the top of my head, I'm curious to see what Sean says. I'll probably go, oh shit, you're right. But most stuff, Jack Daniels, most of it.
yep, that's
Okay.
the one. Fuck Jack Daniels.
Okay.
But
So Bobby
I really do like some Jack Daniels stuff though. That's the thing. But
Yeah, it has to be in this bottle.
it
Okay.
yes. That's
Yes, the squat bottle is
Oh,
the
yeah.
only one.
It's
You're
not-
right.
If it's not in this
Jack
bottle,
Daniels
it's trash.
under 120 proof. I'll say that. If it's above 120 proof, I'm probably liking it.
Yep.
So I don't know if you can see this, but Joe Graves said 21090 picks. I'm not sanctioning that.
That's Joe Graves.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It makes complete sense.
Myron, what do you got?
Lincoln County
I would
process.
say,
Yeah.
don't forget about these, because not just the squatty bottles, but these ones that they came out with, the bonded rye and this triple mash. That shit was good. But yeah, anything in those squatty bottles, excellent. But my pick is going to be Still Austin. I just, a lot of people like Still Austin. I have not found a
You know
bottle
what?
that I
This
like.
is my last time on the Whiskey Six.
Oh no! Oh no!
We need to send Myron some samples.
Oh no, Myron!
Myron
had you hypnotized,
He'll
dude.
change. You change his mind.
Myron, damn it!
Ben, what do you got?
Still Austin bottle is horrible.
What?
Oh, I got a good one too. I got a good one.
Then we need a soundbite
All right.
for this. I feel like
Okay, let's.
We
let's
need
see
a
what Ben's
soundbite
picking.
for. Mine is Sagamore Spirit Double Oak. Everybody loves that. I do not like it at all.
I know what you say about this all the time. Bug spray.
Bug spray. Yep, it's bug spray in a bottle. I just don't like it.
We cannot
All
be
right.
friends anymore, Ben.
Oh, Myron, don't do me like that. Come on.
we're losing all kinds of friendships tonight.
Our picks. We've
So,
had two picks.
if you guys want, we're sipping on this beautiful single barrel Still Austin pick from 21090 right here. We're
Yes.
just going to have a little pour. You want to pour that top?
Yeah,
Let's
this
do
is
that.
Delicious.
fantastic.
I will agree. Yeah.
Come out for Myron if you
This
can.
is the
Just
rye.
a
This is the first ever rye to come out of the state of Texas.
Nice.
Myron
So,
hates it.
Todd and Andy, do you have one that everybody seems to love and you just don't
You know
get
what? It used to be, because I don't think people love it anymore. For me, it used to be Blue Run. I never got Blue Run.
it?
Like even when everybody was chasing Blue Run because it was a marketing genius ploy by them. I got one Blue Run. I was like, what? Why did I pay $200 for this fucking bottle? Like what what was wrong with me? I don't think people are doing it anymore. But Blue Run, I will never buy another Blue Run. I don't love Blanton's. Like I don't get that's like not that. I mean, that's everybody says that, but like I don't own a bottle of I've never owned a bottle. You have a few of them.
Yeah,
I've tried them.
It did well in the blind.
What?
We put it blind. It did pretty well.
No, it didn't. You're full of it. Well, what's your bottle then?
Don't get mad, little fella.
No, you just made that up. You made that up. What blind did that do well in?
At the Graves. Joe Graves loved it.
Oh, Joe Graves, but not me.
Andy, what about you?
I had all before trees.
I think Four Gates extremely overrated.
Ooh,
Okay.
that's a hot take. Right?
Agreed.
Oh,
Agreed.
You know
nice.
what?
I know a lot of people love it, but I just
people
don't,
go crazy
for
with
the money. I can't even fathom spending that kind of money on a Four Gate.
All right.
I think Four Gate's really
my-
good, but I get what you're saying.
I like this comment right here. What WTF Sagamore Double Oak? Time for the Whiskey 5.
Oh, come on, man. Joe Graves, don't do me like that. Don't do me like that, man. Come on.
It's a great shot. He said unsubscribe from
Everybody's palate is different. You know what? I've brought that up in multiple videos that I don't like Sagamore Double Oak, and every time I say it, I'm like, I know. Send your hate mail to thebourbonnote@gmail.com.
Ben, I will say this though.
I'm going to get even more people to unsubscribe. Mr. Great Shot said unsubscribe, but I think Blanton's is my 93 proof monster. And I'll say this: there are not a lot of bourbons that have a proof of 93. That's why that one is my
Because
number.
nobody wants that.
Blanton's is not bad. It's not the greatest in the world, but it's
Bland's
not
is
bad.
the OG. This is what people used to want to put on their shelves, and I think because it's pricey, that people
and it has a nice stupid grenade shape.
But Blanton's is not bad whiskey.
I'm not saying it's bad,
not
but
bad
like
whiskey,
like where it, like people, I don't know. I don't buy Blanton.
It is unequivocally the most tatery bottle on the planet.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right,
But
100% true.
like to me, Blanton's is like most
crack
Buffalo
the
Trace bottles. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
like,
fine.
yeah,
Exactly.
and to Myron's point, there's nothing wrong with Bland's.
No,
There's
I
also
agree.
nothing. There's zero things exceptional about Bland's.
Except it looks like a bottle of Matus, like the really cheap knockoff red wine. With
It's
the
not
Bud Light.
I take Hancock's over that.
It's a whiskey you
True.
can drink.
Hancock's good.
That's what you
Yeah.
can say.
So Jeff Castle, I guess I know that it's a single barrel, but Wild Turkey Kentucky Spirit.
Dude.
Oh. That one
And
was
Pikesville.
terrible.
Also Pikesville. I've never
Pikesville.
had a Pikesville.
I like
I like
Pikesville a lot.
Pikesville.
I don't
I'll tell
mind
you another one. I
Pikesville.
don't. Maybe some people like it. A lot of people like it. I can't stand Widow Jane. So I think.
I agree.
The Baby Jane is the only one I like. Baby Jane.
So-
This is a good topic. This is
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, I haven't had the Baby Jane.
Heaven
The
Hill
Decadence
Bottle
is
and Bond.
good.
That's a hot take because
Oh,
I know
Castle
Byron
G.
loves it. Heaven Hill
Yeah,
Bottle and
Joe
Bond.
Graves is right as well. Castle and Keat is garbage. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Well, we're going
100%.
Hidden Barn. I bought the first batch one. I said, "What?" I said, "Jackie Zacon, let's go. This is gonna be great." I opened this up. I paid $79 for it. I'm like, "What is?" I still have it. I've never bought another batch from them.
I heard the
I
Hidden
never
Barn
bought
was
it
not
because of
good.
that.
Yeah, I think that's
What'd you think?
Dusty's like continuous joke bottle to send out in blinds is the
And
the
she
hidden
was
part.
but she was from was she from Old Forester or something?
Old
like
Yeah,
that?
Forester.
Jackie
Yeah.
Zacon. Yes.
Yeah, no, Castle and Key was Marianne Eves, not Jackie
No, we're
Zykin,
talking
wasn't
about.
it?
No, the Hidden Barn. Hidden
Yeah.
Barn.
Hidden Barn.
Oh, okay. I thought you were on the Castle and Key thing. Okay, I was
Myron, what'd you
confused.
say
I was
about
like, I
Hidden
thought that
Barn?
was somebody else.
No, I said
I was
never
just
bought
saying-
any of it because it got dogged so bad.
It-
And
yeah,
I'm an old
it's
Forester
so-
fan, so I was
Not good.
expecting it to be
Not good.
great.
It's hopefully going to. Here's the thing: you got to watch it because sometimes when people are like, so I was talking to Jonathan Maizana from K Luke, and we were having some pours, and he said, "Look, sometimes people who know their stuff, it doesn't always translate into what comes out at the end." He said Jackie Zycam is just brilliant, like just brilliant, and she knows her stuff like inside and out. But she admit it was a miss. So sometimes it's you do give people a grace period if something else comes out afterwards because
I'm done with that. I'm not buying another one.
well, what if it's
Hey,
same
you
price?
put whiskey into the barrel and wait 4 years to see how it turns out, and
What the hell is Bobby?
is it your fault if it doesn't doesn't pan
That's
out?
That's Flash, right?
Yeah, to Joe's point,
Aw.
Crash. There's Crash there.
Crash.
That's right. That's Crash right there. That's my boy.
But to Joe Gray's point, before we shut down, can someone else drop the 21090 Patreon one
Joe
link
Gray,
time, please?
enough of you.
Because if you want to get these great picks, folks, and there's a lot
Joe
coming.
Gray is one of our good friends. He lives right near us. We go to his house all the time. He kids because he loves.
He's one of our what?
Yeah.
Good friend.
So for sure.
I've never heard
If
that.
one of our mods though could drop the link before we shut down, that'd be great.
Please do. That would be great.
Tom
What?
Shanley says, I am no fan of Maker's Mark 46 cash strength. I will put 46 cash strength up against any of the special releases, the private barrels,
agree.
stellar aged, any
I
day
love
of the
that
week.
bottle.
Are we talking about the old bottle or the new bottle?
That's the thing
Either one.
because I haven't had the new one yet. So I have and what Trev from Bourbon Run
Thank you,
swears
Piper,
that
John.
it's not as good. So
Why don't you quit messing with that label?
That's right, Joe.
yeah.
This one.
All right. So first off,
That too.
Todd and Andy, thank
Yes.
you guys so much for being here tonight.
Thank
Brian,
you.
real quick before we
Fun time.
completely close down.
Yeah.
Final question, and no one has to answer this at all. This is just a
Okay.
rhetorical question for the group.
Yes.
Is 1,000 bottles of baby oil too much baby oil?
I don't know what
Depends
that
on the
means.
kind of weekend you want to have.
My
Yeah,
answer would
suppose
be
it
you
does.
can never have too much.
Is one bottle
So-
a little too much?
I mean, I'm just saying, like, at what point do you have too much baby oil? Is my
Oh, yeah.
question. Like,
Actually,
when do you say? When do you look around your house and you're like, 100 bottles? No. 200? No. 1,000 is the amount that we need.
But not just baby oil, lubricant. Baby
right.
oil and lubricant. Like,
you gotta have both.
Like, come on.
This is how you take us out, Sean. Thanks. This is great. That's
dude.
I don't know if you ever met Randy.
I think it's all relative
so
to how much money you have.
Yeah, for
everybody's heard the classic song "Mo Money, Mo Lube."
That's
right. It's just that's the thing. It's just all relative.
Ends up, Ben.
The richer you get, the slicker you get.
Ends up, Ben. It was not all about the Benjamins. It was all about the baby oil.
That's right. Right.
Speaking of baby oil, Ben,
Diddy had his ratios off. That's all.
Right.
All about the baby
oil. With the prompts like for David, Bobby, and all that stuff, go and find this clip of the Andre the Giant documentary where he talks about no more baby oil in the Andre the Giant voice because he hated it when the wrestlers would put the baby oil.
When are we
on.
ever going to use that clip though?
They can use it because it's funny. So if this topic ever comes again,
this topic is coming up again.
Andre the Giant, no baby oil comment.
No baby oil.
It'll be perfect.
I will be looking that up. Sure.
Yeah, and Todd, just so you know, baby oil is a regular topic on the Whiskey Six.
We talk about nonstop.
Todd keeps his head so shiny. It's baby oil.
Hey, this is all natural, baby.
Anyway, take it away, Brian.
Yeah. All right. So Todd and Andy, thank you so much for being here, guys. If you want access to these picks, we are here to tell you that Corbin Cash 150 proof pick is amazing. You want access to this. Go join 21090's Patreon so you can have access to it. Yeah. Also, while you're feeling generous, everybody here has a Patreon, so go check them out. Yes. And make sure you're subscribed to all these channels: Whiskey Wars, Mash Metal, Bourbon Drop, 21090, Bad X Bourbon, Bourbon Note, and Bourbon School. And make sure if you're watching right now on the Whiskey Six, you hit that subscribe button on the Whiskey Six as well.
Yes,
and we'll be back next month with we don't know who, but we'll put it out there as soon as we know. Thank you all for joining us.
Love
guys, thank you all for being here tonight. It was awesome.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Fun time.
Cheers.
Thank you so much.
Have a great night, everybody.
Awesome.
Take care.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everybody. Love y'all.